Welcome to the RawXchange. It's me, Grizzy, baby, and I'm back from vacation, and we're live at Novelty once again. I'm here with my brothers and sisters, and we got a lot of shit to talk today. We're going to talk about some Nikki. We're going to talk about some pussy. We're going to talk about some more pussy, and we're going to talk about you catfishing as bitches. We're going to get all that out the way today on our show. I did discover myself while I was on vacation. I did some yoga. Not really. I did some meditation. I looked at the trees. And
you got pussy?
Huh?
That's how you...
Oh.
Excuse me?
Well, next.
No?
Huh?
What? Come again?
Excuse me?
¿Qué hora es?
She said that you get some
French Montana. I heard you doing your thing, my brother. Que. All right. Well, you know, I'm with my brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
It's your boy, Trev G.
It's Posh.
It's me, MJ.
It's Wall Street.
Yo, if you notice, if you guys are watching on the YouTube, we got Top Shmoney in the middle because he said he got some shit to talk about today.
Oh, he did his research today.
He said he's going to be in his bag, his content bag, as they say.
His Wall Street bag?
He's ready, his Wall Street bag. He's ready to talk
chilling,
about
man.
all this shit. You know, he's kind of like our Safari. He had his dick on the internet, too. So we had to make sure that we put him in the middle to be able to get at you.
It was half a dick.
What was that?
Thanks, Posh.
It was half a dick.
It was half a dick.
Have you seen the full one?
With the devil
No,
emoji.
but I heard that went around. A couple of girls had it. Actually.
Oh, so people
So I
did get
heard.
it.
I wish we had a
I
bomb. I need to know which couple of girls then.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm sure you
sure.
know, nigga.
I'm pretty sure you put the
I'm
other
sure
half
the
right
DMs
on
was
their
lit,
forehead.
my G.
He put the other half right on their forehead and made them enjoy it like they wanted.
All 4,000 RawXchange.
All right, so you know what? I've been gone for a week. You
Do
guys
you
had
want
an
to be
amazing
blessed
show
by
last
Wall
week.
Street?
We'd like to go ahead. We'd like to thank once again King Kaki for coming on last week. That episode is booming right now. So how's your week been going, guys?
You want to go? You want me to go? Who want to go?
Y'all get it started, man.
After I left here last week, I went to Chella's.
Jealous.
And
Taco Tuesday, right?
yes.
Shout out to Lou and B.
Yo,
Are
there.
their tacos good?
I didn't have tacos. I ended up
That
having...
sounded weird.
It was like a queso fundido, and it had like chorizo in it. It was
Oh, that sounds good.
bomb as fuck with like a strawberry margarita. And then
You know what, though? I don't like chorizo. Like, that's the sausage, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
only like it
spicy.
when it's a sausage. I hate it when it's like crumbled up like ground
And
beef.
we get a
Pause.
That was,
on
yeah,
that
pause
one.
that. I'm just saying.
No
that.
man alert
Jesus
again.
Christ. Can you
I'm trying to let you live, my guy.
Wow.
set
That's
your own
like,
self
golly,
up.
like some
Oh
sausage.
my God.
Shout out to the chorizo in Trevor's life.
Yo,
Anyway,
Yo,
Josh,
but, hey, no homo, right? But no, they're not
It's
a
a little
difference in
too
taste.
late for that.
Wild.
I mean, it
There's
depends
no-
on what you cooking in.
I don't want to come in here eating no sausage, my brother. I'm out of this conversation.
Yo, that nigga hopped on, right? Like,
Anyway, Posh, did you have any Patron?
Oh, my God.
Are you still on your Patron kick,
I'm
please?
still on
Save
my
brother.
Patron with.
I'm drowning.
Stand up, nigga. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Yo, you gonna stop doing
Yo.
that shit. I'm tired of y'all.
On the video, we got to post that meme.
Yeah, sorry, guys. There's a meme that we post in a group. Sorry.
Oh,
We'll
my
post it so
God.
everybody
All right,
knows
so
what
tell
I'm
us about the rest of your week, Posh.
Yo, I still been on my Patron shit. I don't know what's wrong. Like, I'm not this type of person. Like, I'm always been like a Henny girl, and like, I don't know.
Just mix the two. That's what I do.
Nah, hell no. You wildin'. Those are the nights
Drink
that we
Henny
end up
and take
not.
shots of Patron.
No, thank you. That was the night that I ended up going with him. I couldn't even order my food at fucking, where were we? Gringos Locos?
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
night was bad.
It was. You see? Never
Yeah,
again.
I got footage of that one.
I
That
know.
one was bad, dog.
I know. That's the
If you ever
blackmail.
want to people watch,
I
just
gotta
go to
deal with.
Gringos after 2 o'clock and see like a whole bunch of drunk people staring at the menu. Like,
Yo, the best
For the
part
people that
about
don't
that
know,
night,
Gringo Locos
the
is a
best part
dope-ass
about that
spot
night,
for
it was initially supposed to be me taking her home. But man, that shit was so live over there at Arrow. So I just put her in the backseat of her car, turned the AC on, and said, "All right, I'll be back."
Yeah. And then I wake up and I'm like, how the hell did I get to my car? And then I'm like, where's my car keys, right? Like, I want to go home. Nope. He took the car keys with him. He's like, yeah, just in case you woke up. And I was like, nigga, I was back here sweating and shit. He didn't give a fuck. He left me
He
back
was a
there.
great friend. Make sure you didn't drink.
I should have did that to Ian
I
that
try
one
to
night.
save you a Dewey. Friends stop other friends from getting DUIs, guys.
Absolutely. You
That's
also
it.
leave the AC
I did bring that up
on.
this
You
week.
know?
I did leave the AC on. I think the car automatically turned off. It's
When
one
you
of those
walked off
fancy
with
things.
the keys. Yeah.
I might have turned the engine off. I don't know.
See, Harold was a good friend.
Thank you.
Harold was a good friend, man.
I appreciate that.
I mean, like-
Wall Street.
Marcus MJ was a good friend too. You know.
Thank you. I was
But-
like, nigga, I put
at
you on
the-
my back,
But at the
nigga.
same time, though, you could have
Oh,
put me in the
nigga,
car.
Whoa,
what
whoa,
the
you put him on your
fuck?
back, nigga?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about that time he walked you all the way to Vintage?
Yep. When I was lifeless.
Oh.
And I was having a good ass time, and here comes Harold. Go get your nigga. Oh, already, dog? I wanted 2 more drinks, nigga.
No, it's not my fault. He was on one outside of the club, and I couldn't have him out there like that. But he's too tall, so it's not like I can console him. Like, I'm not gonna be like this and shit. So I'm like, I let 6'5" do it 6'5", and then I got 6'2", and then I left. Well, actually, no, I went to having a good time again.
That was the longest 7 blocks of my life.
Yeah, it
Bro.
was.
I don't even remember. I was just like
sure
a
you
soul.
don't, nigga.
I was super
I was a
caked
soul.
up.
Just
So
Was
I
that
was
the
thinking
was that
about
the night he threw up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was the
Yeah, that
was
was
the night.
that was
bad.
a horrible.
top drunk.
What was his other nickname that night?
Schmiz?
Yo, bro,
Nah, that was a
Man.
shit.
Yo, boy, you want to do this right now?
Top
Top.
drunkie? Oh,
No, hey, so we doing this right now?
I'm
Nah,
just saying.
nah,
at least we didn't
So
bring up
people
the
have
crying part.
clarification.
It's just
where
a
that
similar
picture came from.
situation, you know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
the Facebook group, if they
So
hear
people
this, they
have
know what pick.
clarification as to why I don't mix my liquors because of shit like that.
Harold again.
But
Yeah, that
nah,
was my
Chella's
fault.
was
I'm
straight.
sorry.
And then
I wasn't even supposed to be out that night.
Actually, you were. It was a
I
group
was,
event. The
but
fuck you
it-
mean?
I was
You
gonna
were
say-
supposed to be out that night.
I know,
We
but-
all went out to party together. It was like a celebration. We had
I
just got
understand, but-
T-shirts and shit. You were good. You
Yeah,
branded
Talking
us
about
out there.
t-shirts, if anybody's looking for some RawXchange gear, you can check it out on
our
RawXchange.net. Apparel.
RawXchange.net.
Getting out, bitch.
Yeah, we got,
Like right now.
We got something like this.
we got
Y'all
the,
want-
we got the,
oh, we got this?
We got those.
Y'all want to
We
cut
got
them into
those.
little sexy
we got
crop
the
tops? Y'all
lingerie
could do
line
that too,
dropping
ladies,
soon
you
as
heard?
well.
You hear
Thongs
this,
only,
nigga?
no bras.
Sexy
gonna have
crop top
thongs.
challenge. You heard?
Harold really needs
like
a
the
headphone
nipple out
so he can hear other niggas talk.
bras. We're gonna have that shit going for you ladies because that's what y'all like, right? They even talking about getting some like RawXchange butt plugs for y'all as well. So stay tuned. It's coming.
So we can say we was in it?
I said raw condoms. Where the fuck did we come up with butt plugs?
Bitches like butt plugs.
Hold up.
All right.
And ain't nobody using condoms anyway. So
Yeah,
what
who
the fuck?
uses a condom? I pull out after I come.
I mean,
Straight booger and sugar. Blah.
whip.
Yeah, not
Guess
pulling
that
out all
episode that
2019.
Posh had on AIDS and shit didn't
Excuse
stop
me?
anything.
Did you
What?
say AIDS?
Yeah.
That's all I understood.
AIDS.
What?
Who got
What
AIDS?
the fuck is he talking about?
That one
kinda like those
episode that you
texts.
talked about, I forgot what episode it was, but you
Oh,
talked
about the hospitals and the AIDS scares and everything. Yeah, y'all niggas is nasty.
Nah, you just got to make sure you're dealing with a nice,
You
clean,
cannot
decent
tell.
hoe.
Just don't use Backpage.
You say you can't tell?
I think they
Cannot
shut that
tell,
down.
bro.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was still our
you
page,
can't
but
tell.
my bad.
Wow.
You'll never know. You'll
RawXchange
never
Facebook
know.
group / Backpage.
You'll never know.
Yo, we
When
got
was
to
the
be
last
careful.
time-
They
when
shut
was the
them
last
shits
time
down.
you went raw?
Yesterday?
Before I got
That nigga's
here?
trying
A
to think
while
of a good
ago.
lie.
2.5
nigga-
hours.
That nigga said,
A while ago.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think any one of us here, including Pasha, bought a condom in a long time.
yeah, no, I definitely had raw sex this weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly. No pun intended.
And
raw sex.
I thought of you too after the whole.
Whoa!
My nigga, my
I
nigga.
told y'all.
This
I
shit
told
right
y'all.
here been
Pause.
going
Yo,
so
you think
left.
it's Big Daddy.
The beginning of the
What?
episode has been bullshit. No, because you were saying the comment about
Insertion. Grizz.
no.
Hey.
Definitely not.
This is not.
I told you I curved her. Okay, back to
Remember
it,
how
babe.
you were talking shit about brunch and you're like, oh, that's code for like
Sucking
midday?
dick.
Yeah.
Mimosas and sucking
Mimosas
dick.
and brunch.
Yo, let me tell you. Lit off the Patron from the night before.
Okay.
I decided that I wanted to go do brunch. So then I mixed the
Oh,
Patron
you got an
with
idea.
the
Go
champagne.
suck some dick after,
Uh-huh.
huh?
Oh, man.
I
So
told
how
you.
soon after you left brunch did you suck dick?
15 minutes later.
Told you. We told y'all
you.
I
niggas.
told you.
Sucking
Brunch
dick and mimosas.
Sucking dick.
Mimosas.
Like a bitch has never left brunch and within half an hour not sucked a dick. If she did, it's because she's ugly.
If you a real G, you'd be sucking
Only
dick at
ugly
the
bitches
brunch.
leave brunch without getting to suck dick.
that was in the car,
And guess
too,
what?
probably.
There's so many
15
desperate ass niggas that you shouldn't even be sucking their dick.
You heard what I said?
What, babe?
I said if you a real G, you would have never left the brunch spot. You would have just did it right then and there.
Yeah, but what if he's not there? Like, brunches is for bitches. Bitches go to brunch, then leave to go see their man and suck their dick. We're not supposed to be at the brunch with you.
It depends.
Niggas
if
standing
you
outside
can
the restaurant like, what's up?
You can have like a date.
Next
and
time
take
some
your
niggas
lady
see
to
us at a brunch, like, oh, I see you, nigga.
But I could see what you're saying, that brunch is mainly associated with the girls getting together, having breakfast and drinks and girl talk and everything else. But your man could go with you to brunch. Ain't no fucking rule against that. It's even more lit. Take a bathroom break. Yo, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I like that.
Raw tips from Posh.
Yeah, raw tips.
Hey,
Nice.
bitch, I need a bathroom break.
So anyway, Posh had a pretty lit week. How do you, Trev? How's your week? Suck
Shit.
dick right after brunch.
Nah, none of that, bro.
Whoa.
No, not you. I said her,
Oh,
fam.
I was about to say.
Like, wow.
So many
Guilty conscience
pause-worthy
was
moments.
wrestled.
What is
Yo,
wrong?
shout out the name of this episode
Wow,
is
man.
Pause.
Pause.
The name of this episode is Pause or No Mind.
Yo.
Facts, because, yo.
So, shit, just really getting ready for Soraya. You know, she started her first day of school, which was pretty dope. You know what I mean?
How was that?
It's cool, man.
Did
You know,
cry?
they actually have a Facebook page for the parents. And what I'm really most proud of is that, like, she's being a good kid. Like, she's not being bad. You know, it's cute watching her raise her hand and shit. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, wait till Buddha goes to school.
Yeah, that's gonna be a different story.
He's getting punched.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to school halfway on first day. Hey, yeah, you're gonna have to take this bitch out of school, bro. Can't have her no more.
First of all, they gonna get ass whooping. They ever call my little girl a bitch. But you feel me?
God,
That's
Ian.
Blah, blah.
We put this nigga in the middle for that. Other than that, man, we got fantasy football starts off shortly. We got our first draft this Saturday, which I'm excited about. We do have the RawXchange Fantasy Football League. We actually have 2 spots left. We might have one because I don't know if Ian's joining or not, but I don't got time to ask and wait for it. So
We got 2 spots.
we got 2 spots left. We're looking to fill those up, and it looks like everybody lives in Orlando. So if possible, I'm gonna try to have it to where it's a live event for us, and we do a live
That'd be dope.
whatever draft.
That should be good.
Which that's the fun anyway. So hopefully new people that's kind of getting into it, and older people as well that's been in fantasy drafts will kind of be able to get in on that. So
true. And our live show is coming up next week.
super lit.
Yo.
I'm so excited.
Yo, if you didn't get your
Crazy.
tickets, go get them.
Yes, Eventbrite and then / RawXchange. And then, I mean, they're free. They're free. It's not like we're charging them or anything.
For right now.
Can you guys stop that shit? They're
Sorry.
free for the people. Raw Feud. Who is fucking excited?
Yo.
Yo, I'm excited.
Yo, we was looking at those
It's gonna be so
questions,
lit.
bro.
Yo.
Yo, you
I
know
hope these
who I'm
motherfuckers
excited for?
smile.
I'm excited to see how much Alessandra wins by.
Yeah, that's.
Yes.
I'm
Because
trying
it's
to
not
tell
a
them.
team. I'm going to tell you this. If you're on her team, you're not answering any questions. You're not going to be able to
She's the
speak.
lead. She's the lead of the
She
group.
is very competitive. She's very aggressive.
Just stand there and smile.
If you're on her
Just know
team,
you're
you're there
gonna
for,
win,
for support.
and just shut
But
the
bro,
fuck up
even
and stand
and
back.
the worst part about it is, even if she doesn't know, the next know-it-all is right behind her. Like, I've done those, what they call them, trivia games with Orca before, and there's not much that nigga doesn't know.
She
remember
got
the
his,
one at,
she got, she's with Orca?
Yeah,
Remember-
that's what I said, bro.
you
They
remember
can't
the one
stay
at
over.
Cookie Can?
Nah.
That shit was
You know what I
horrible.
should
And I don't know
do?
about Alexa, but you know she's on there too. I don't know if she's.
You know what I should do? I should switch out Orca with another
nigga.
dude.
Nah, don't do that.
Why
let them
not?
run. Let them because they set their
Don't
teams
do
up. You
that.
allowed them to set their teams up. Now you're gonna be like, oh,
Because
it's
I
not
didn't
fair.
know.
Trust me, Orca's not the brightest light. He's just, he just aggressively acts like he knows what he's talking about.
Just
That's
make sure
it.
he has his blood
Well-
pressure
Yeah, make sure he got his blood pressure medicine. He's gonna be all right.
Yo.
Oh, he's gonna be ill.
gonna be so
It's like,
bad.
yo, funniest story last night.
Oh my God.
I was high, and we're playing Madden, and I started talking minimal shit with him.
Minimum is an understatement, but continue.
It was minimal. No, you know what? Maybe it was maximal. Whatever. That's a new word. Shout out to Raw Feud. And I started bringing up the blood pressure medicine because he had a little episode the night before. He got so mad, dog. He just started logging out. He started going
Bro.
ham and logging out. Then he'd come back and I'd be quiet for a little bit and start back up, log off.
He left the chat at least 7 times,
It
bro.
was so funny. Oh man, that was
You
good.
like
Shout out
to
to
press
Orca.
his
That's my
button.
new friend. I've only known him for a year. And he's a jewel to my friend collection. I can tell you that much.
Shout out St. Olaf.
Shout out to St. Olaf, HBCU, stand the fuck up.
I don't know. I'm fucking excited though. I'm not counting out Angie. I'm not counting out Chantel. I'm not
counting them out. I just know they're getting their ass whooped.
I mean, we'll see. I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know, it's all about.
I mean, there's some
somebody
hardcore
winning.
Raw Exchange listeners on each team, so
That's what
for
I'm
the Raw
saying.
Exchange questions, I think that they're good there.
I don't
now,
know.
outside of Raw Exchange questions, I'm not sure where
I added some questions yesterday, so
Nice.
Oh,
you guys
cool.
haven't seen those yet. So that's what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying. You know what?
What?
It just dawned on me. I'm not sharing the questions with you guys.
Oh my god,
So the
bro, we ain't
day
into no
of-
cheating
no,
ass
fuck
shit.
that,
dog.
fuck that, because
Funk
I don't
flex
want the
bomb.
people.
Yo,
I don't
can I
want
tell
the
you,
people-
Alessandra would like disown me if I showed her
Let
the
me
answers.
tell you something. It is not because I'm saying that she'd cheat. I'm not even saying that y'all would cheat. What I'm
I think you're
saying
saying we would
is,
cheat.
what I'm saying
That's what you're
is,
saying,
Yeah,
fam.
that's what you're
I
saying.
don't want the people to think that we rigged it. If she wins, then let it be that she won fair and square. Not that it's like that they's gonna turn around, because you know losers.
Yeah, what I tell y'all when y'all made
they
the
want to
teams.
talk shit. So they're gonna say to them, I don't want them to be like, oh, you know what?
They're
They
not
won
losers. They're
because
Man, they gonna be
Unfortunate.
trashed having a good ass time because it's gonna be lit as
It
fuck
ain't
next
gonna be
week.
Yeah, what are they
rigged,
gonna say?
guys.
Oh, she's not that smart with her law degree hanging on the fucking wall. Are you serious?
Hanging around her
Dummies.
neck.
Anyways, fucking dumb. Anyway, go ahead. Wall Street money.
Money, Wall Street.
Whatever you say. What's up? How was your week?
My week was Gucci, man. Same shit. I was just looking forward to my daughter's first week of school. She was excited, so running around with her doing stuff, daddy stuff.
Nice. Tell us what the daddy stuff was. What did you do?
Shopping, got her nails done.
Wait a minute. Is that a thing? How old is she?
She's like,
What grade?
she's in the 4th grade.
4th grade. Getting
Getting
the
her
nails done, dog?
I've been doing that since she was like 2, bro.
Is she just getting them painted or acrylic?
Yeah, like not just like regular cute little girl stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not like
She
Like,
walking around here
not-
with 4-inch nails.
yeah, what the fuck?
Hey, what's going on,
I
guys?
used to like get her like Hello Kitty styles and all that stuff for her. She used to like that shit.
Nice. Okay, so what else you got going on?
Can't really talk about those stuff too much, but yeah, as far as my exciting weekend goes.
Oh, I forgot we got Big Meech on the show.
Just pretty much chill. My family's been going through some tough times, so I just been trying to support them. So not too much this week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds like last week. Anyway, not too much going on over there. So what's up, MJ?
I really don't want to ruin the vibe because I got some serious shit to talk about. But no. It's nothing detrimental to me or anybody else. I'm just saying, like, anybody notice that there was a white nationalist march in DC over the weekend?
I heard about that.
Yeah, that shit just blew my mind. So we have skinheads, KKK, whatever white supremacy group that is known in America
Super crap.
at DC, not just like any other like Charlottesville or any other place in
Right.
the US.
Like the capital.
fucking C. And nobody stopped them.
That's where they march.
That is
Isn't DC the marching?
that's a
marching
nationally
ground?
those are like the epitome of hate groups.
But
True.
Marching for the cause of one racial group against every other racial group in the United States.
But yet Ferguson protests are like, pepper sprayed and everybody's
It's not even just that. See, this is why I didn't want to speak about it. Because I
Was
feel like
it a violent march?
no, it wasn't violent at all.
That's why.
There you go.
The difference.
But here's the thing: we have. I'm going to preference back to the NFL. We have players that are protesting in the NFL for a known, well thought out and good cause, which is
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter and all that other bullshit.
All that other
Well, there goes
I
that
didn't
out
mean
the
to say
window.
bullshit.
Oh,
There
God.
goes that out the
I didn't
window.
mean to
Your
say
whole
bullshit.
argument.
I didn't mean to say
Trash.
bullshit. All that other stuff,
Yeah.
That
right?
nigga didn't even get off the plane or
Oh,
jet.
man.
Jetway.
And then they're
Stand
making a
up.
big deal out of that because people are taking a knee during the national anthem. But yet we have this going on in DC. I just don't understand it. And this is the America that we live in today. I just don't get it.
I don't know. I think it's two different things, like with the actual league itself. I don't know.
Why? What's the two different things? I want to hear it.
Because one is a business and one is
It's
just
all
an
about
organized
money.
march. That's the difference. One is you're technically an employee of somebody. If
Yeah,
your
but
job
the employee
says
is still
if your
alive.
job, huh?
That person is still alive.
Okay.
Just like if
No, I
they
completely-
represent
I'm not
rape
talking
and all
about
this
the
other
cause.
shit.
I'm not talking about the cause. The cause is 100% right.
Yeah, I understand that.
But it's going ahead and technically standing up for the right at work. Now, if you did something at work,
they're supposed to be a symbol of like fucking greatness. You know, that's why they send them to schools. That's why they send them to all these little kid camps and cancer stuff or whatever. They're supposed to be a role model. All right. So if you can't be a role model to your own people, then what the fuck? It's just because it has to deal with your people, you can't.
But
be a role model?
Don't you have that same avenue outside of work?
You still have a platform. I guess that's what he's trying to get to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You still have
or
a
him,
platform.
whoever, either way, it's you still have
that
the
may
platform.
be your platform, but at the end of the day, you still have to, conduct yourself to, your
The standards of your
employer's
job.
standing. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of agreement. I haven't done my research on this, but I'm just speculating at this point. Some sort of agreement between the United States military armed services and the NFL. Like, hey, we'll throw you this amount of cash if you have your players stand out during the national or stand up
That
during the
already
national
happened. That's
anthem.
the reason
I told
why.
you that. I
That's
told
the
you that
reason
already
why
last week.
it happens in the first place. The U.S. Army paid.
Yeah.
They were looking for enlistments. They paid the NFL to be able to do that entire segment on there with the players coming out in the first place. So yeah, it is paid for in the first place. So that's advertising dollars that this is now, quote unquote, disrespecting. I don't think it disrespects, the military in any way.
The military is supposed to fight for our freedom, though, and our freedom of speech and freedom of everything. I feel like that just comes with everything. You feel me? I just feel like America is just like contradicting.
You just said,
Do you believe in freedom of speech?
So
Foley?
you just said, if you said freedom of speech, then that's why they were able to go to Washington, D.C. and not have any issues. Just like the LGBT, or if I said that wrong, I apologize. But just like that can community go do it. Just like they can go.
I didn't say it's nothing. I didn't say it's nothing.
I get you, but I'm just saying
I didn't say it's nothing wrong
I
with
get that
them
it's crazy,
marching.
it's wild, but I mean, for anybody to think that life does not, or they don't live like that anymore, you're under a rock, man. I mean, shit. We can go to Apopka. They got a chapter over there in Apopka. Everybody knows that. I mean, if you didn't know that, I'm sorry you didn't. But they have chapters all over now. If you don't see them out and about,
what was in Kissimmee, the Coffee Cup Cafe, KKK?
It's
that was
just
one of the bars.
They got them all over, and I mean, I know we're the United States, but everybody has their own group. They have their own clan. They have this. They have that. And I'm not saying it's right by no means, because it's not right. It's dumb and stupid. But I don't know what you would expect to do there, compared to you're not going to do it to anybody else that does it. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing: Charlottesville declined their permit this year to come back and do the same march that they did last year.
Yeah.
Obviously for different reasons. I mean, people got hurt, and I don't know if anybody died or not, but if you have a small town in the United States that denies a permit for your cause or whatever you're trying to do, and then that same cause is able to go to the capital of the United States and do what another town denied you of doing, then what's going on?
The laws may be different, bro. There's a lot of protests that go on in Washington, D.C.
Morally,
so
it
maybe
was wrong.
Maybe Washington,
Correct.
D.C.
You're
is
right.
set up
100% morally it's wrong.
That's really the
And by
bottom line,
no
I
means
guess.
are any of us supporting it.
Not at
but
all.
if you call freedom of speech on one end, you have to call freedom of speech
Right,
on the other.
you have
Because
to
at the
be
end of the
fair.
day, it's right. It's freedom of speech. They might be racist, but they're Americans.
There's nothing
You
wrong.
might be pro everybody, but at the same time,
But the way how they
American.
shun, here's the thing though, they shun speaking up for hate, or speaking up for the hate instead of like speaking against it. So the Black Lives Matter, right, or people protesting and kneeling, they're standing up for people that's against hate, killing, bullying, whatever you want to call it, right? Because that's what this whole, like, if it's a kid, if that's called bullying, people want to stand up and donate and do all this other shit, right? But when it comes to anything having to do with Black Lives Matter,
Here's my
either
thing, right?
shun
At
or
the end of
kick.
the day, it's a business for the NFL. If we go into that, if
Fuck
we're
the
using
business.
that.
The business wouldn't.
What I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's a business. When you go and do a rally, you're going and doing a rally. If nobody wants to come, they don't come. If they don't want to watch, they don't got to watch. Now, if a business is losing X amount of dollars because of something somebody feels is wrong, the business is going to do what the business is going to do. And now, I'm not saying it's correct either, but at the end of the day, when they saw their numbers drop, probably a quarter of their numbers drop, that's big money for the NFL. So they probably said, all right, well, we need to go ahead of this, because again, the 32 other owners that own these teams ain't about that life. Just like if you had a business, you wouldn't have been about that life. You would have found whatever avenue, because if I'm taking 25% out of your check because of that, and you making billions of dollars, where's your interest? And again, you got to remember, like, I'm not saying it's correct, but a lot of these all of them are white. So at the end of the day, they're going to look at their money more than they're going to look at people, probably.
And one of the biggest stances, I think, is the NBA. The NBA shows that, they're all for it. But if you look back in NBA history, when, what was his name? Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, he didn't stand, because of his Muslim beliefs. He didn't stand for it. And what happened? He got blackballed. The NBA did the same exact shit that they did to Kaepernick for not standing. They did it to him. They just had the opportunity this time to be able to see where the NFL fucked up. And they said, nah, we can't do that because we're going to be in that same boat. And then so what they did was they were like, you know what? Do what you're going to do. And it'll be minimal. When you tell someone not to do something, they want to do it more. Yeah. So if I just tell you, go ahead and do it, it's cool. We stand by you. Then they had their not their little show, but the Banana Boat Boys, LeBron and his people. They had it at the ESPYs.
But you got to think about it too, right? The NBA's less. I mean, think about, you got 50 people on a team. In a basketball team, you got 12. So what is it? 30 teams? 30 times 12. Like, look at that number. Then 53. And we're not even talking. Obviously, it doesn't matter the other guys, but 53 times 32. Like, I mean, you got a lot more, and the different caliber people that are on that as well.
I was gonna say, but then when you think about basketball and you think about football, and basketball is like it's a black people sport. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be more, to me, like more. I don't know. Like, I guess like more in touch with culture and what that means to us and what's going on, more than, like he said, a white owner at that. You know what I'm saying? Who's fucking, 90 years old, who's been through fucking slavery, probably owned slaves and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck about
90 years
that.
ago, Posh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, damn.
Nigga got servants in his house still.
They was alive during the
That
Jim
nigga
Crow
still
days,
got
that's
slaves.
for sure, though.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy, you know what I mean? Like, to me, that I think is the difference.
And you know what? I think that with the transition of, like the baby boomers going off and eventually dying now, I think with time, where were we 50 years ago? We never thought we would have had a black president.
Yep.
Then Obama came. Now imagine where we're going to be in the next 50 years with all the
shit. Look where we're now with
gay
Donald
president.
Actual super.
So we're gonna have a tranny president.
There's going to be a gay president, and you bring that up. You say a gay president. The same way that there's a lot of whites who hate blacks. There's a lot of blacks who hate whites, and for the most part, there's a lot of blacks who hate gays. You see a lot of that, and there's hate everywhere. You just can't generalize it right there. There's hate all kind of ways. Gay people dying all the time because they're fucking gay, and it's not only white people that are killing them. It's everyone. So you know what? Stop fucking hating, and then you'll be okay.
America breeds this shit.
I think we thrive off of it, honestly.
It breeds it.
When there's any kind of negative press in the news, we kind of like get excited for it. We look for that. And that's what the news gives us. And then this happens.
Well, and depending on the channel
really
is what
I don't look
hear.
for shit.
Only the reason I pay attention halfway now is because of this show, bro. Because I could give two fucks.
Like, do something. Don't even like watch the news. Just turn it on. Just have the volume up and just turn it on.
Bro, but it's depressing.
Listen
as
to
fuck,
it for
dog.
30
like,
minutes.
I want to have happy thoughts. Like, I want to be.
And
that's what I'm saying.
That's what they put
like,
out there. There's so much good going on in the fucking world.
Like, nigga, listen to the news tonight at 6:30. No, nigga, I'm not waiting 6:30 for you to fucking change my mood,
but
bro.
at that same time, that's when you got to start, reaching out to your channels and helping them change the narrative. Look what we talked about 2 weeks ago. All we know is bad about Floyd Mayweather. The good is gone. No one talks about the fucking good, which is there. And, if you switch that around and talk about the good, you won't hate him as much, possibly. I stopped hating. My problem with LeBron was exactly what Kaki said on last week's episode, the whole comparison to Kobe, because I'm a Kobe guy. But you know what? After a while, you're like, got to get over it because he's a good fucking guy. He doesn't get in no trouble. He doesn't do no fuck shit. And you just got to, once you look deeper into a lot of aspects and a lot of subjects, you can change your mindset. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. And you start at home, and then hopefully it spreads out. You don't tell your kids to hate this dude or hate that girl or don't want to mess with these, what do you call them? No man mess with
trannies?
Fish potty trannies, whatever you talk about. In a sense, if you're saying that at home, then you're just breeding the next generation to be able to think the same way. So you just deal with it, accept it. Fuck, if they want to suck another guy's dick, let them suck the dick. Who cares?
Yo, I don't care about none of that. It's just like pushing it.
Wait.
Pushing it. You feel
when
me?
they push it on you. is when you
Pause.
don't like
Yeah, it's just like, no, on the kids, man. They have like mad like trainee television shows for like little kids trying to introduce it to them.
Well,
Like,
did you see
just you
Caitlyn Jenner wants to be in a Marvel movie?
like, why do you have to introduce that? You feel me? Like, let them figure it out. Why you have to like transition them like so early at an age?
Maybe
like
it's not
that.
transitioning as much as trying to grab them if they do feel some type of way and
Educating.
understand what they are.
I was gonna say, I think
Educate them on better things. Then what?
All right, so if your kid's walking down the street with you and you see like two dudes kissing, your kid's gonna ask you.
My daughter's seen plenty of things walking around in New York City. I had to explain a lot of different things. And it's all a learning experience. I'm not afraid of it. Some people run away from that shit. But if you just be real with your kids, you feel me? Like, that's it. Now, whatever they do with that knowledge or information, all right.
That's all we're saying.
You feel me? But at the same time, don't push it on them. That's all I'm saying.
But how are you pushing it on them? But you'll let it.
I'm talking about
but
the
you-
laws.
but
talking about the laws on a bigger scale. You feel me? I'm not even talking about like the regular civilian.
Do you have the
kids.
same issue with lesbians?
What laws though are people pushing?
I don't have problems with gay people. I have gay. I think. No, I don't. I don't know. But I think
You're
I'm.
gonna sound like the racist white dude. I got this one black friend. You're
His name is,
I know a gay guy. I know a gay guy after all.
No, I was trying to find out. If I had. I think.
Just say
uncle
Bernard,
in-
nigga.
No, I
Just say
think I
Bernard.
feel like an uncle in my.
This nigga,
Family
an
related.
uncle he don't talk to.
you know what?
Yeah, I don't know, but
I got a lost
Anyway,
uncle
go ahead.
somewhere.
Let's go to Pasha's corner. Bring us to the-
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't hate gays though.
Oh wow, she's in the corner now, so it makes sense for that.
Yo, the only thing I could think about this little segment that just happened is the fact that it sounded like the news was brought to us by a white guy. That's pretty. I hate to
These black
interrupt
guys.
and be a downer. I love it.
Welcome
I
to
fucking
Raw
love it.
News. I'm Marcus James.
Fuckers.
What they got that movie now, The Black Klansman? Is that
Yo, I'm gonna
right?
go see that shit, honestly.
Ah, it's
Yo,
supposedly it's
for real
based on
though,
a
when
true
you do
story.
look at MJ, you think of like a Barry White type of voice,
Oh no! Remember Chappelle when he thought he was in the
Clayton
Klan?
Bigsby.
and then
Damn,
and
bro.
then he speaks and then it matches
You
his short
nigger
size.
lovers.
Whoa.
Yo, when he took off his fucking hood, dog.
Yo, and the cataracts all in his
exploded.
eyes, bro, were hilarious.
Oh,
Yo,
great episode. All right, back to Pasha's corner. Go
Oh
ahead, girl.
my God. I hate you guys.
Pasha's corner.
Pasha's corner. What are we talking about? What?
Condoleezza's Rice.
yo, I tell you, dog, I laughed fucking weeks after that.
Oh
shit.
man, Chappelle, bring back the Chappelle.
I miss
dog.
it.
Fuck
Oh
your
my
stand up.
God.
We want the Chappelle show.
What did we talk about? The Nicki Minaj album? That's what we're going to
Is
get
that the
into?
first thing?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's going to take up a lot of time, so let's get into it.
Where's the
I wanna
trash
talk
can?
Are we
about these
listening? Are we
rants.
talking about the whole album or the one song? I
Where-
don't listen to the
Please
song.
just
Where's the trash
It
can?
only said to listen to the song. It didn't say listen to the whole fucking album.
That's
Can we get a
I've
trash
never
can
listened
though?
to a
You
full
need a
Nicki
trash can?
Minaj
Why you
album
need a
in
trash
my
can?
life.
I can throw
And
my
I ain't
phone
about
in.
to start with
I couldn't listen to
Along
it.
with that album.
Man, yeah, that too. I don't know, man. And
Barbie Tings.
I don't know, man. It's not, this is what I'll say, because we already got the track Chung Lee already. So I was a fan of Chung Lee. And I think the other track that I liked was called Good Form. Other than that, everything else was a quick
Oh, you
skip.
sucker. You listened to the whole album?
I mean, I tried to on the way here.
Oh, okay.
So I
was-
could get
tried
Pod.
to.
So I
listened
tried to get Pod
Sorry,
some
guys.
details. But I don't know, man. It's just, that's one of the reasons I like Good Form, because I'm not asking for old Nicki, but just the way that she kind of delivered on that track, it was, Nicki-esque, and that's really what I was about. This, I don't know, man. It's just,
All
Oh
right,
my
let's-
God, you guys really sound disappointed.
I was
I
disappointed.
mean, I'm disappointed
Yeah, it's
in
not
her
the
on
same
where
Nicki.
she's gone.
Yeah.
Like, she was on the same projected upscale as Drake. Like, they were there. They were going,
Yeah.
they were climbing. She was actually a little ahead of Drake at one point. And then Drake went, woo, and she fucking crashed, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that was what disappointed. She hasn't.
Bro,
Levels
plus your
up.
album was supposed to come out in the beginning of the summer. You pushed it back. So you could have tweaked, changed anything to make sure the shit was even more fire, whatever the issue was. And then you came out and just shit it in my face.
I think we were looking
Whoa.
for Monster. we were looking for Monster Nicki, and we got like
Nah, it's everybody
she
can
killed
evolve, but
Monster.
nigga,
She
like,
killed Monster.
I did like the track
Yeah.
with what's
Wow, you can't even think of the track,
Mister. It was called Mister with
sir?
what's your
You
boy
mean?
or sir? Yeah, sorry.
With Future?
Sir. Yeah, Future. That one wasn't
Wow.
bad either.
I took a listen to the album. I played it a few times throughout the weekend just because I wanted to get like a good grasp on it and not just like I don't
You
know.
and your
Cardi
content.
B or
like-
Nicki?
like-
Who did better? Damn, you even had to think
That's
about
not
it.
fair, dog.
That
Wow.
really,
Why
I
not?
don't like that. That's not a fair argument because
Same
Nicki's
genre.
been in the.
Even if Nicki was better, even if Nicki's was better, she's supposed to be better.
Right. She's more seasoned.
Like
At this point,
if
she's
she
a veteran
beats
in the
her
game.
by a little bit,
But
that's,
she wasn't better. Is my point.
You got a
can't
stripper stepping on your toes.
That's like her running in the Special Olympics, dog.
Nah,
Like, it's
I'm not gonna
fair.
do that. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna do that. Only because of this. I always say this about every single artist, and I really believe this. I feel like an artist's best album is always going to be their first album because you have X amount of years of experience that you can talk about.
We got Drake putting out hits.
Yeah.
I'm
Yo, that-
talking
that
about.
Travis Scott album
I'm
is
talking
fucking
about
fire.
the comparison between Nicki and Cardi. That's what I'm talking about right
Okay.
now. So to me, it's like you take, and even then, y'all niggas wasn't even fucking with Cardi B's album like that.
I still think it's better than this shit.
And
Word.
I enjoyed that album. So when I look at it, I'm like, I'm not gonna put Cardi B against Nicki Minaj because Cardi B, this is her first fucking album, and I think it's still a well put together album for who she is as an artist. With Nicki, how many albums are we in? I mean, granted, this is not the Pink Print, but when I look at it like this, right? The Pink Print was executive produced by Safari. So when you go through that whole fucking track list, like, yo, that was a really well put together album, but I feel like you can tell that her lyrically, sonically, she was a different kind of Nicki that what we're hearing here. For me, there's a bunch of commercial hits. Like, I'm not saying, yo, this is the next, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not bars, but we're talking about Nicki Minaj.
Yo, if I
like, for
hear-
me, this is a well put together album. There's shit on here that I would rock to getting ready to go to the club. She has she did the
won't
one
hear it
with
in the
Future. There's a bunch of shit that you're
If
gonna
we hear
in the
any
club.
you're
quotes
gonna
off of
hear
that
some.
Rich Set song in the Facebook group, I'm deleting everybody that does it. Just so heads up.
We got Chunk
Heads
Sway, which was the remix
but, yo,
with
that's
Sway Lee.
Like Sway, that's the thing about this album too. Sway
LLC.
Lee made the shit good. Future made the shit good. When you got to use other people to make your shit good, I think that's a dub.
Facts.
So
I mean, obviously it was no argument there, but I'm just saying, like,
Drake has features on his shit all the time. Like, y'all niggas are not.
bro, the nigga
fucking
gave us
being
28
fair.
tracks, my
Hold
nigga.
up,
And
nigga.
and we could have
What?
kept, and he could have kept a good like. He could have kept a good 24 of those in the tuck, and I wouldn't have minded. How about
Bumba Clyde, you crazy,
that?
dog.
Wildin'.
that? How about that?
You crazy.
So
Tripping.
last week we talked about French and now we talking about Drake. Who the fuck are we? What the fuck? Huh?
All I'm saying is like, I like the album. And then in particular, I know everybody wants to fucking jump on the whole Barbie dreams. I
Yo, you
like
know
what
what?
she did with it.
I wish we had Chico Buddha here right now so he can go in on motherfucking
Fact check. 3 features on Drake's last album.
Okay, and how
Oh,
about the
Drake.
one
25.
before that?
So anyway, so he can go in on Nicki. Chico
not
Buddha
looking
will
that shit up.
fucking murder Nicki.
Shout
dog.
out Chico.
Shout out Chico Buddha.
Our stepson.
Yo, and then to back everything else up, your album's not doing shit already because I'm sure you got first day numbers, etc. Now you go on a fucking tour bashing every
Everybody.
motherfucker you've been with.
What do
So
In
See,
what?
it was okay.
In
I
what?
get
In-
her.
in this-
She's not
That's
bashing.
tacky.
I'm not talking about the tracks. I'm talking about her interviews that she's starting to do and her
Talking
shit
about
she
me,
putting out on
talking
Instagram,
about-
on Twitter.
Talking
Like
about
now,
Safari.
that's all just plays to your shit's whack and you need to get some
May-
exposure. So you blasting all these other motherfuckers some type of way
Maybe
to
she's
help that
doing
wave.
the Tekashi.
You guys want my opinion on that?
You're on the
Okay.
show.
So when we go into Barbie dreams, right? And everybody wants to be like, first of all, that beat is so hard. Like that beat is
Yeah, that
such
shit is-
a
that shit
fucking
is.
classic that anyone that touches that beat, it has to be like, yo, you're going in there to kill it. And I like what she did twofold. First of all, what she did with this, I mean, obviously it was to mimic Biggie. I think it's kind of funny that Lil' Kim followed up with that with Dreams, and she shouted out Big, but she can't shout out Lil' Kim because they have their beef going on. But I find it interesting that out of all the tracks that you could have gone with,
I
as
missed
far
that
as
track.
Biggie, you would choose one that Lil Kim was also, you know what I'm saying, also did her version on. Like, I think that was a bit of a job.
So
What else?
who do you like? Who do you like, Kim's or do you like Nicki's better?
No, I like Lil Kim.
I gotta hear Lil Kim's. I didn't even.
Lil Kim. But this is what she did with this. So she takes that. And then what she also does with it is, who does she troll? It's a fun song, but who does she troll? 50. She trolls Drake, which is somebody from her camp. She trolls Meek in there, which I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, that he probably was still like, yeah, you know, because their breakup was kind of, you know, crazy. Tekashi, who's like the troll fucking king. Like, everybody that she kind of threw her shots at.
Because she knew her album sucked and she needed some waves.
No, nigga.
Facts.
At the end of the day, we're moving in.
What do people troll for? Why do people troll?
What do you mean?
Clout.
You use the word troll, so why do people troll?
People
Exposure.
troll to get attention.
Okay.
Marketing.
All right.
So one of
That's
the biggest things
marketing.
I think
That's genius.
I
Are you
think
kidding me?
she
I wish
chose-
we would
Because
fucking
your music
troll
couldn't
more.
do it for yourself.
She
No,
chose
not at all.
she chose people who would, for one, come back
Exactly.
and who have massive followings. So she knows 50's going to say something.
That's genius.
She knows.
And if you want us to troll, nigga, I
she
can get into
knows,
trolling all day. Let me know.
She knows
That's-
Tekashi's going to say something. And those
They
right
have a
now are the
song
biggest
together.
internet trolls in the fucking world. 50
Exactly.
is like champ, and then Tekashi's like right there about to get beat up by YG. But he's still there doing his thing.
What I'm saying
YG's
is,
about to
it was
kill it.
marketing, and I am here for it.
I enjoyed
love
the
it.
song. I
love
enjoyed
it.
the track. It was a good track. And when she came at them and she went at Drake, and you know what I mostly enjoyed about it too, because at first I was thinking she was on Trez wavelength, you know, like clout chasing and shit like that. But then when Young Thug tweeted her, and then she tweeted him back talking about it's all love. It was all in fun.
It was all
Biggie's
in
was all
fun.
in fun. It was not like, yo, if Tupac did some shit like that, like he meant every single bar that he would have thrown out. This was like, it was just fun. Like
Exactly.
it was a cool, fun track. That's it. She's not gonna fucking sell 2 million albums off of the track. And she'll go back into Safari's bag in a couple days.
Speaking of Safari's bag,
Yo.
what the fuck?
Can we talk
happened
about that?
today?
She said Young Thug stole dresses though. Do you think that's true?
I think it's true.
No, I don't think that. I don't think
think
that
it's
they've
true.
ever been close enough to where he would have been in her dressing room, actually physically doing that. She said that because of his album cover and how he was dressed, and everybody was making fun of his attire.
Hey, the way I saw him and Little Uzi sitting down in some shop, I'd believe all that shit, dog.
But when was
Niggas
Young
gay.
Thug ever around Nicki Minaj to be able to steal
What
her?
you mean, dog?
I'm
They
sure
were in the
that-
camp
I'm sure
together.
they're-
Her closet.
How long were they
around.
together? Like, they were
Yeah.
Young Money forever.
She said she was fucking around with Meek Mills for like years before they got official. So like I didn't even know that. I was like, what? I
Well,
thought
you
it
don't
was,
know a lot, though, so that's not
Yeah,
really
of
saying
course,
much. About
yeah.
it.
but
He just agreed.
He's like,
of
yeah,
course.
Like,
I don't
yeah. I know.
I mean, no.
That's it.
Or Drake
I don't know.
crying.
That was a good.
Like-
that was a good lead in. I wasn't talking about that, but yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed the album. I liked Barbie Dreams. I mean, like I said, I'm not putting that shit up against fucking, you know, Biggie or Lil Kim, like not at all. But it was definitely meant to be a fun track. It was a fun track. I like Coco Chanel with Foxy Brown. I wish that Foxy would have actually rapped instead of doing the Jamaican thing that I really don't understand at the end. But all in all, like, yo, that beat was fucking fire. Miami,
We talking about beats or verses?
we're talking about...
She made the beats?
I'm talking about the album.
Okay.
The beat, I'm saying it fit because she had Foxy Brown in it, and Foxy
No,
Brown
I mean,
always
I
had...
got that
So
part.
that's what I'm saying.
Do we have any quotables?
Do we have any quotables from that particular... Nigga, I listened to it a couple of times over the weekend. My bad. I was too busy getting my back blown out for once. I don't have all the
Did you
facts
say for
today.
once?
For once.
Are you
Me.
saying that you haven't had your back blown out in a while?
What I'm saying is that
did say
I'm always
for
on
You
once.
haven't
the
got that work put on you?
J.O.B.
Is that what you saying?
No.
You haven't taken it to the top?
Oh, I've taken it to the top, baby.
Oh,
and
you
back
got it to
down.
the top?
And
Woo.
back down. No,
Oh,
I'm playing-
shit, no doubt.
No, what I'm
you
saying
went
is-
all the way from fucking 192nd in Washington Heights all the way down to Wall Street. Holla.
Boom,
Wow.
That's what we're doing today. Bet.
Boom.
Sky Miles.
That was him getting me
That's
back
literally
over the little
top of Manhattan
fucking...
in the bottom. What the fuck,
Yeah, you-
right?
No, the
Fucking
bottom
shit.
is more like fucking Tribeca, you asshole. But either way, we're not holding it against you. Like I said, I mean, I listened to the album. I gave it a couple of listens, but no,
What
I
would
don't
you
have
rate
all
it
the
out of
fucking
5 stars or
quotables.
5 mics? How many mics you'd give it?
It's a Nicki Minaj album.
I'm just
She's a
asking
commercial artist. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
too
give
much.
it 4 out of 5.
Ooh, 4.
Yeah.
Nigga, what are we judging
Now,
this shit
Benzino
on?
over here. How much did she pay you?
Bars? Are we
Sheesh.
judging this shit by bars? Or
I mean,
we're
that's
talking
what
about the
rappers
fact
do.
that it's going to get rotation? We're not talking about her as a fucking rapper. We've
You got to
established
remember,
a long time
rotations
ago
are something
that
they pay
Nicki-
for. They pay for
that
rotations.
Nicki is an artist. She is not a rapper to me. I've said this shit a while ago. So no, when I
industry
look
is
at
she in?
that,
Well, that's
But what
what
is
she
she
said
doing
about
in the
Drake,
song?
right?
the same thing
Flex
about
doesn't,
Drake.
Get paid to play. You say.
Oh my God, we ain't talking about Funk Flex. We're talking about 102 Jams, if that's even around anymore. XL 106.7, all them radio stations that pay for it, because that's what happens.
Oh my God, you
Exactly.
guys are so mean.
All right, so let's go and talk about Safari. Let's talk about Safari and what he's got going on. Because supposedly he paid for the pink print with her own debit card.
That is not what
Fucking
was
Safari.
said.
Now, one of the lines that she said that he took is he was spending mad bread on one of her credit cards and shit like that.
Yeah,
I saw the part where he was buying hookers or some shit.
Yeah, supposedly buying prostitutes.
Yeah.
Like,
not with her credit card. Oh my God.
Hookers
I was
don't
about to
take
say,
credit cards.
what
right?
was it with a debit card?
Not
They
a
probably
debit
do now.
card.
They cash app. and
She
shit,
was
but-
not. You guys are taking two completely different things
The
that she was
crack
talking
app
about
right down
and
the
like
middle of the
throwing
ass
them
cheek.
together. He was separately buying prostitutes and separately using her credit card. He wasn't using the credit cards to buy the prostitutes. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sure they
One more
get
time,
down.
guys.
some
You
real
can't
back
use your
butt.
credit card to buy prostitutes.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure
you
Oh,
you
just
can.
can.
new age prostitutes.
I'm
You
pretty
may
sure
be
you can. I bet you a fucking prostitute got a square, dog.
Yeah, you ain't lying, though.
Hey,
you might be right.
If any prostitutes that listen to the show have a square, can you please fact check this, please?
I'm talking about. Nigga, we're not talking about 2018. How long ago was Nicki Minaj and fucking Safari?
5 years ago.
That back then, I'm pretty sure bitches was not like, yo, I'm gonna what if you got a chargeback on your shit? You feel me?
They had
like,
Bitcoins
nah,
back
they
then.
wasn't doing all of
Can't get
that.
that body count back.
Oh shit! Can't
But
erase your whole-
apparently, what she was saying was, and that breakup was so tragic to me. I really felt that breakup like on an emotional level. Like when she went on Angie Martinez and she was talking about it, and they had that moment where she broke down and she actually started crying, and they paused the interview just to give her some time to kind of get herself back together. Like, them niggas still love each other. That is the only reason
Who are you
why
talking about,
5
Nicki and
years
Safari?
later, these niggas are still at each other's necks. That's love, baby.
That's love. Yeah.
Y'all niggas have been together for how long? And then y'all broke up? Like,
Yo, them hip hop relationships are the fucking realest because they really love each other. It's just like a quiet storm, dog. Like for real, for real.
like they really do love each other. And it's unfortunate because I remember that interview and she was saying, like, if it wasn't because of my career, we would have been together. It's like she knows that she had to sacrifice that relationship for her career. So I feel like because of that, and then you want to talk about the legal side of shit, there's, what I'm saying, he executive produced her album, a couple of fucking albums at that. There's non-disclosure agreements, there's all sorts of legal shit going on in the background. So them niggas are far from fucking done. And it's like, all right, she had her relationship after Safari, she got with Meek, right? Meek didn't work out, and she got with Nas. Nas didn't work out. Nigga, like, just go home, bro. Like, just cut
what
the
she's doing
shit.
is right now. What the host say? She's living her best life.
Yo,
That's
she
what
needs
she's
to
good
go.
love and
She's
joy.
doing it. J-Lo. Nobody gets mad at J-Lo. J-Lo fucked every industry.
Halo's a bad bitch.
J-Lo should go ahead and do her own version of Dreams, but like the true version. Like who she fucked?
And
She fucked
J-Lo got
Diddy.
them
J-Lo
albums.
is a Leo.
She had
J-
A-Rod.
and,
Yo, J-Lo almost is like, I mean, a more happier version, but she's the Spanish version of Mary J. Blige. No?
No.
Don't think so?
I don't know. Mary be fucking broke dudes, don't she? Like at least all of J-Lo's dudes are paid.
Mama ain't raised no fool, but
Mary's still out there fucking hard stomping all on the stage trying to get that check.
yo, that's Nicki and
'Cause that's how she
Minaj.
gonna eat.
Nicki Minaj and us. What's his name? In a few years, they'll be back at it.
That's
I don't
why.
know.
Why you think Beyonce went with Jay-Z? Not because of his looks. He don't look charming. How's he gonna be charming with that fucking big ass lip bubbling in front of her and shit? No.
Helmet on a jet ski ass nigga.
Yeah, man. No.
Probably
Yeah,
what it was
he had
doing
like
to
he had
her
enough
other
hair on
lips.
his head to fucking be protection, man.
Right?
Yo,
No,
y'all
she
niggas
got
be
with him.
playing
That's
What's that
the
Bronco ass shit on his
shit
head
out of
anyways?
hoes.
She got.
Do you guys, you know what pisses me
I
off
love
about
Jay-Z.
you
He's
guys?
my favorite.
Yeah, but
it's
he
the
just
truth.
like a duck.
I got
on
two
that shit.
tickets for sale.
If
Somebody
they
need
were
them.
both on the street, she's not fucking with Jay-Z, dog.
Bro, I get that, but that's not the fucking scenario. The scenario is Y'all want to paint, and nothing against Beyonce because I love her. But nigga, put some respect on that nigga's name. That's the God MC. Like, it wasn't no regular deglish megler nigga from the fucking Brooklyn nigga. That's fucking Jay-Z. That's Jigga Man.
There is
That's
plenty of respect, but she is not with Jay-Z because he's a fucking hottie.
At his prime, when they first got together, why wouldn't that have been the case? That was nigga at his prime when she was coming up. Now, you change it 10 years later, of course, now she's in her prime. That nigga's, you know what I'm saying? He's 40 plus years old. What the fuck you want from him?
So you trying to say, you saying, Gold Tooth Jigga
Don't hit me, bro.
was bagging Beyonce.
Can you minus
Back then,
cuz?
after 10 years. Excuse me, sir, sorry. This is
what
what happens in the content area.
What did I say?
Welcome to the content area. This is what happens up here.
Yo, what I'm saying is, you guys want to talk about Beyonce, and like I said, again, Beyonce is great. I love her the whole 9 yards. Queen Bee. However, yo, Hov got his credentials too. Y'all niggas ain't gonna rub. Y'all niggas ain't gonna.
And they break up.
Y'all ain't gonna write him off like that's Beyonce's husband, bro. That's not what we doing on this show, man.
He is my GOAT. He is my number one. He's my favorite.
Ain't nobody saying he can't spit.
Jay-Z, without those credentials, is not pulling Beyonce, dog.
But nigga, then who would Beyonce be without her credentials?
What
A fine bitch.
Bad bitch.
She probably be with some other rich nigga.
What I'm saying is, how do you not know that her in her normal life wouldn't have been attracted to somebody like him? We don't know that.
Yeah, bad bitches like bummy niggas.
You know, I've had some. It happens.
Yeah, but were they ugly bummy niggas?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
had
you
that
fucking
hair.
with ugly dudes?
I have.
Ooh,
I
fuck.
know.
Take it
It's
to the top.
horrible. Because I thought that they were ugly and they wouldn't really cheat, and then they cheated anyway. It's fucked up, really, the game.
Ugly and fat niggas cheat too.
Girls really do.
And the funny ones, and the funny ones, oh, them niggas is the worst.
That's how you gotta do it. You gotta be funny when you fat. You laugh, they laugh, and then they close their eyes.
And then the panties come off.
Gotcha, bitch.
Get hypnotized by the fat jiggle.
I don't know.
Wow. Yo, put some respect on the fat nigga, dog.
Yo,
'cause you
you
skinny,
being mad
dog.
disrespectful right now.
Hey, y'all ain't
No.
fat. Y'all just big.
Just because you can see your neck, nigga, ain't no shit.
Yeah, fucking old. You fucking neckist. That's what you are? Neckist?
Yo,
listen.
did you have Mike write those for you, though?
Huh?
You had Mike write those? Mike Robinson write
No.
those for you?
Oh, you got ghostwriters for this joke stuff?
That's exactly what I thought of.
So you calling me Drake?
Oh.
You calling me Drake?
No.
I didn't say all that.
No. I don't know. Maybe you could be Drake. You crying over Rihanna still?
Nah.
Wow.
Oh, we
Let
wish
me stop. Moving along.
Wow.
Back
Just
to
park
Parker's
the
corner.
car on one of
Anyway.
your curves.
Wow.
All I'm saying is, yo, this back and forth was really fucking horrible. Like, she was saying, and she went on Funk Flex. I'm conflicted about that. Because,
We still on this shit?
yes, we are on this shit. I told you it's going to take on a really long time.
Seems
Anyway.
passionate.
Save this for the couch
Nigga,
episode.
no, fuck you. Anyway,
Hey, lingerie episode coming soon. Details.
so I'm kind of conflicted only because I feel like Funk Flex is somebody that I look up to that, like, it's almost like he's one of the gatekeepers. Like, I expect, like, he's like a Joe Budden. Like,
You think
I
he gonna
expect
say no
you
to that interview?
be,
Joe
you know what I'm
Budden
saying,
would've took that interview.
true to the fucking, but they don't have beef. But what I'm saying is, the way I look at Joe Budden, the way I look at Funk Flex is like, they're almost like one of the gatekeepers to the culture. Like, you just don't allow certain bullshit to happen. And I feel like, initially watching that interview, it felt forced. Like, I felt like he had no choice. Whoever the fuck made the calls is like, she needs to be on here. You need to suck it up. Y'all need to talk it out. And I feel like coming into that interview, that's what it initially looked like.
I think he needed that interview too.
Halfway through,
Yeah, he hurting
you
right
can
now.
kind of tell that they were trying a little bit more to, like, you know, have candid conversation. But I felt like that was a forced situation. And I was like, I don't particularly care for it. But then the shit that came out of it was the whole prostitute shit, the whole using my credit card shit. Yo,
She's
said
a fucking
that
dub for even bringing that up.
he paid $12,000 to get his hairline fixed. That was classic.
Fucking hairline. Bald is beautiful.
Not
That's
sorry,
good.
being
Except if you're a
bald.
bitch.
Exclusion
nigga-
of Amber Rose.
Oh, yeah, that. See, you know what? Sorry, Amber.
Amber.
You're the baddest in the fucking industry.
You the baddest baldy in the motherfucker.
You should go get Jay-Z.
Becky. Anyway,
I wonder what Beyonce looks without that lace front, though.
Beyonce got real hair.
Yeah, it's long.
It's not long, but it's like shoulder length.
She got her
I don't give
edges
a
though.
fuck. I would drink
got her
Beyonce's
edges.
bath water.
Okay.
Queen bee, fucking have all kind of honey in there. I drink that shit. She bad. All right, can we move on to the Facebook question today? Yo,
Please.
This is a repeat offender. This is Sherbet Auguste. Shout out to you 2 times. This is some real fuck shit, and I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna go from there. Dear group, my girlfriend and I talked about moving in together. First of all, dummy, shouldn't have done that. She's a homeowner, and I rent. So we discussed bills and how they should be split. Yeah, the guy's writing it. It's the guy version. Her mortgage is $1,350 a month, and she suggested that we split everything down the middle 50-50. So I said, hold up, are you crazy? I'm paying no part of your mortgage. I'll pay all of the utilities and fees, which was $650, but you will pay your own mortgage because I'm not on the mortgage. Do you know she had the nerve to get upset and call me cheap? Question, am I wrong for not? Why?
He's a dummy.
He's like, am I wrong for not wanting to pay half of her mortgage? Is she trying to get over on me?
He's a dummy.
Listen here, you dumb fuck.
He's a dummy.
You're going to have to pay the utilities regardless.
Bro, if you go rent
there. You're not going to move into her house fucking free, dummy.
Well, not even that, though, dog. If you go move in with a bitch and y'all both go get an apartment, yeah, your name's on the name, but guess what? You ain't buying shit, my nigga. You renting. Right. So right now, you renting, my nigga. Get your bummy ass and go get a house, and then you ain't got to go worry about shit.
And if you're moving in with her,
out of here.
Aren't you already in the mindset that you're going to be with her for long term anyway? So why the fuck are you worried about the breakup? When you break up with somebody, all the money that you spent
she should have broke up with your ass right after.
You take that shit as a fucking loss. She should have.
Right after.
He's already showing that he's a greedy, selfish,
bitch ass
dog.
nigga.
Why you keep saying nigger with the ER, dog? That shit scares me.
I said A.
No, all right, bet.
Hey, can we get a playback?
Anyway, dog, it's okay. You know, at the end of the day, if you say with the ER, you're still black, so it counts.
Yeah, I thought that was a wash, dog. What the fuck? Is that nigga like 19 and she's 35? Like,
I don't know. Even at that point, like me going into a situation like that, I would feel so out of place that I would probably want to pay the majority of the bills, you know, just to be able to go ahead and
that was some weak nigga shit. That really was.
Yeah.
Like you moving into my house and what this ain't a free ride, nigga. Like what the fuck you thought?
Well, not even. Just like
one of the biggest mistakes that I feel that I ever made in a relationship was me and my ex lived together for 6 years. And we did the whole 50-50 shit. But I made probably 50% more than what she did. And I honestly feel at the end of the day, like looking back at it now as being older, a little bit more mature, that was a dumb move by me because I should have at least taken care of the rent. And, you know, she's going to hold down the utilities, groceries, whatever.
Yeah, but that's different, I think.
But still, you know, I'm saying, like, maybe the kid's young. Maybe that was the issue. But, like, as you grow up, you want to take care of your fucking lady. You don't want to have her in no fuck-ass situation, especially if she's making more money than you. Now, if she made more money than him and, you know, the situation was like that, maybe I could see it a little, but you got to come about it a little different than saying, I'm not on the fucking mortgage.
Plus, nigga, go get your own apartment. You spending more than $6. You're going to spend more than what you would have spent at your own spot.
A fucking
a one-bedroom would cost you $800.
$1,350 mortgage in Orlando. You're living in a pretty nice area.
Yeah.
For a mortgage. Not a rent, but for a mortgage.
That's the hood in
For $600, what the fuck was he thinking he was going to pay? If he's paying half of the mortgage, for half of that, $675? Where the fuck are you living in Orlando for $675? You're living on fucking Paramore. You're living over there. Not even Pine Hills, because it's more expensive in Pine Hills than that shit. You're living in some whack-ass area that you could probably gonna get shot the next day. Is your life really worth that little bit of money?
You might possibly lose your
They should just
life.
off him, dog. He ain't worth anything.
Man, you know what? It's probably a fake story or whatever. It's probably not real. But there was a lot of guys that were commenting under it. Like, no, I'm not going to pay her mortgage. Nah, fuck that shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
You got to look at the comments.
You know
there
what?
were mad dudes saying
now
that.
we know
I'm like,
why the
wow.
bitches say niggas ain't shit.
And I didn't go
they
in.
dealing with them bummy ass niggas.
And you know, we got to hold our own ground in a sense where how we interact with our Facebook group. So I really didn't get combative in the situation.
Yeah, you would have shot everybody up.
But at that same token, it's like, come on, guys, you really got to look past. You're fucking living in her house. How do you expect? At that point, she'd be paying what 66% of the bills if she paid all the mortgage, and you paid $650 on the utilities. Like,
I say get your own shit, man.
Like, it's fucking wild to even think. You know what? How about she sells her house and then she goes and splits rent with you, stupid ass.
Don't make no sense, bro.
No,
All right.
don't. They just supposed to just like come together and get a house together. If that's
Hopefully she left that dude. If that's
You ever
I hope
had
so.
a living situation with a lady?
no, I kind of turned those
No.
down.
How do you guys handle it?
that nigga said I kind of turned those down.
Honestly, I mean, paychecks go into one account, so
Okay, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
it doesn't really matter. No.
Yeah, I couldn't do that with my lady.
Well,
'cause
I mean,
got a
he's
spending
married.
Problem, but
Yeah, that's that.
But
That's
even
a
still,
different
just like
story.
even if you go into a relationship, like I can remember back in the day, like when I was a lot younger, that like I always wanted to be with older women. That's just something I like. And if they had a place and I decided to move in with them, which I never did, but
You Jamaican.
Jumping from bed
That
to bed.
uncomfortable ass juggle.
no, I was just saying. I would always just leave. I leave at 2:30 or something. But anyways, if I got to that point, we would have, whatever would have worked. You know what I mean? Now, if you in a tough situation and she understands or you understand she's where they're at, then that's on y'all. But to be like a little bitch off I'm only gonna pay utilities because in your head you think you're paying for her house, you're an idiot, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid.
at the end of the day, I guess people act like that because how fucking Nicki came out and shit.
Or they're just
On some.
I don't know. People that don't know don't. You know what I mean? They don't really know. So
Nah. But you know
Nah,
what?
if you come correct that they shouldn't, even though they might be bitter and mad about.
bro, if you
certain
making
shit
the
like
choice
that,
to go in the house, bro, that's on you.
Off rip, you should know.
The only times that I have seen women go off and to the point that they tell other people like what went on within the relationship is one of like for me it's one or the other. I either look at the type of girl it is, like is she young and immature still and just young-minded and doesn't understand that certain things are kept in house, or it's those women that are fed the fuck up because they got used. It was never about love because when a girl, and I've taken care of niggas, I'll be the first one to say it, and I won't sit there and be like, I did this for you, this for you, this for you. Like, I won't sit there and I won't do that because I was doing that out of love.
Yeah.
However,
You didn't blame me. I did it out of love, but
right. But if I
find
find out that the whole time I'm thinking I'm doing this for my nigga, you feel me? And we're in a relationship and that's my man. And that's the only reason why I am doing, nigga, to take my hard-earned money. So I have to go to work. I have to earn this shit. And I'm
Nigga took
giving
your
it
money
to
and took
you.
a bitch out.
And then I find out
In your
that
car.
you're fucking using me.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
Both
at
of us
work.
got to be embarrassed
Hey,
now. I'm going to be embarrassed, but you're going to be
That's
embarrassed
that
too,
call center
nigga.
life, dog. Them dudes be dropping off their bitches in the morning in their car and shit like that and leaving. I'm like, you going to cheat, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head.
No.
That's
all the-
exactly
not
what
all
has
the time.
happened. Now,
Man, that nigga going to cheat.
first of all, no.
Not all the time. Sometimes you just need a low key car to get around and do your
Get the
duty.
fuck out of here, fucking
Our car.
What?
Scarface.
Low key.
Like, I'm so over this. Who is he?
Like, shit. Y'all
This
never been
nigga
in-
said you
y'all
just need
never
a
been in a
low-key
situation
car
where
to
you took a
do
bitch's car
what,
to go cheat
nigga?
on her?
Ian paying the utilities.
He is like, yo, I'll put some minutes on your phone, baby.
Yo, fuck
If I
out of
can
here.
call
Don't
you.
try and be like that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, there's just certain things that I went
You
through
know how they
that
try
I
to
can
pay in
never.
Trident layers? Ian be trying to pay in dick. Let me pay you with this dick.
You know how much
Not,
it's worth?
not if they that lucky.
Not if they.
I'm gonna just send you this picture.
Depends on how I feel, you know.
Oh man, as long as it's not an ugly.
I
bitch.
love how like some of Ian's comments are like to like dater floaters out there. So if a bitch kind of like what he's saying, like, hey daddy, I like what you were saying on the show.
I'm
Nah,
telling
I'll
you,
tell-
yo, that
I'll-
nigga
I'll
throwing
tell-
out the fish line every time he talk. He's like,
I'll tell
a
him.
stand-up gentleman, dog.
I am.
And then he throws it back in the ocean.
Unless you push a button.
Just stand up in the pool so you don't drown.
he likes to
All right.
fish,
So anyway,
That's
Yo,
look, though.
yo, it's coming for you. You feel me? Pause.
oh. Which way we looking? Me?
Pause.
You.
Why
yo.
you coming for me?
You say you want
Come
the
on,
smoke.
I love you, dog.
Eventually,
Who want the smoke?
it's gonna come.
Dog.
Once that
Pause,
pop tops,
bro.
Pause. You heard?
Why you popping tops?
Huh?
Why you popping tops, dog?
You ain't popping no tops. We just sharing the love.
You see Ian,
That's what I'm
you
talking
see
about.
Ian pull up in that low key whip. You know what's up.
Who
want the
bitch today, Ian?
Yeah, what bitch you took advantage of?
That nigga did pull up like when I pulled up with my sister's car,
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Man, what bitch you fucking today?" I'm like, "Damn, nigga."
real nigga say real nigga shit, dog.
Yo,
So
my
shit,
nigga, that's the
though.
only reason why I went there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm nice.
Fuck.
We
That.
just got to have our content bag right.
So
I
there's
don't
some
even-
titties being shown in the RawXchange group right now. Just
Oh.
FYI.
Fucking infinity ass titties.
Let me see.
Nah,
Spread the fuck
bro.
out.
I don't
Big
want to
titties?
see
Yeah,
no
bro.
filtered titties. You heard?
You want to see the whole nipple with no devil emoji
Marcus,
on.
where do you even this nigga,
Yo,
like, out
like,
of nowhere? Like,
real.
let's
He's
talk about
scrolling.
catfish right now. Why don't
Anyway,
we?
while we're
we were
talking about
supposed
the
to talk
titties in the
about
Facebook
that.
group, let's talk about the catfishing. All right, so today's main subject
As
is...
we all come on. I'm fucking dying, man. Why is this so animal, bitch?
If you don't get them fucking boop ass titties on my
Oh
face.
shit!
Oh, anyway, today our main discussion is going to be
Oh, shit.
on catfish.
I gotta hold on. I gotta change my neck so I can breathe. Ready?
Yeah. Go,
That's how
Fall
I
back.
died.
Fuck
Fall
out of
That
here.
was the part, dog.
We're not
Just wait,
doing
I ain't
this
done
no
yet.
more.
Yo, fat niggas ain't allowed to not have a neck, dog. That's a part of it, dog.
Yo,
It's not like
so
our
let me
head
tell
and
you
our shoulders
guys.
are arguing with each other.
Yeah,
One
that's facts.
time, I went out with my brother with Julio. Yo, that when I tell you, worse than getting catfish has to be when you get catfished in front of people, because that's a whole nother level of
I don't care. You
embarrassment.
ain't gonna catfish me.
Nah, you know
Not
what that
feel
happened though?
embarrassed.
That happened at the 2 old school parties ago. My homegirl's brother came to the fucking party with some
Dun,
chick
dun.
that he met online, but you know he was not. He didn't go hardcore enough into the situation to just like dub the date and bounce. So he then brought her to the old school party. Yo, when I
This
tell
time
you
didn't
she had a
exist?
mole the size of a fucking baseball on her face. I was like, yo, where's the juice for the guacamole?
Yo, listen, I'm a old fashioned guy when it comes to certain shit. I might fuck around and like flirt on the internet and certain shit like that, but like how you
You dropped
avoid?
a
Time
half a
dump.
dick on the internet. That's flirting.
That's old school.
You know what? I'll defend him on that. Someone,
That's
I'm
very
not saying no
old-fashioned of you.
names, actually told him or propositioned him to do that. So he just didn't do it.
Who?
Someone told him to do it. It wasn't just him.
Oh, so
He's a
like,
good
tell
guy.
you jump off a cliff, he gonna jump off the cliff.
Well, sometimes, like, shit.
You want my dick? Here it is.
I ain't ashamed, but listen,
Got mad pussy off that fucking pic, right?
Facts.
bad pussy regardless.
Word,
nigga.
top shmoney, hella.
Talking about, I turn it down though. You feel me? Real niggas turn down
Lies,
pussy when
nigga.
they want to.
Lies.
That's right. You gotta turn it down for the culture, right?
That nigga ain't turning shit down, bro. That nigga's a shooter. That nigga's shooting.
Look at that
Get the
nigga's
fuck
calendar
outta
right
here.
now.
Shooting.
He's shooting.
That nigga got whole appointments.
Made you look. No, I'm playing.
Nah, you know what? You know, I talk shit about him, but I can't talk about his whole game.
I'm not a hoe.
No, not. I'm talking about getting hoes,
This nigga.
not being a hoe. You might be a hoe.
Keep throwing yourself out there, my nigga.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm not a hoe.
Somebody
I'm
will
guilty
catch you.
conscious.
Y'all
I
been,
didn't
y'all
say
been
that.
saying that shit since like
I go to
can't
Bible
hear
school.
it.
That's
Yeah.
like your fucking stick in the show. Like you're
The hoe.
like
the hoe of the
Trevor's
group.
the rich guy. I'm the funny guy. You're the hoe.
I'm broke, nigga.
I'm the white guy.
I'm the girl.
Fucking, he's the white guy. She's the girl.
You're the hoe.
You're the hoe.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Side.
I'm cherry. So anyway, back to the catfishing. So it's have you ever been?
First of all, you just fucking ruined what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
We didn't know that
what
was
I was
coming.
trying to
My
say
bad. Middle
was
seat. Go
how you
ahead,
avoid.
guy.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
How you avoid being catfish? It's just run down on the bitch for real. Stop all this.
Run
trying to
down on her? That sounds weird.
So we doing some
Nah,
let
first
him talk, let
48,
him talk.
like looking for bitches?
approach the lady. You feel me? Is that better for you guys?
Thanks, man.
Listen, all right. So
Sometimes I don't know when you be texting, so I need you to clarify.
You know what though?
yo,
It's a
shut the
little bit
fuck up
easier.
and let me speak.
I'm saying
yo, this
it's
is what I'm trying
easier
to
for
say
you,
though.
fam, because you know you like
Alright,
6'5",
so
you skinny.
just-
Fat niggas gotta talk on the internet first.
Nah, no, you don't.
Gotta
I
make
know,
'em laugh a little.
I know plenty of fat niggas that's wavy with they shit, bro. You feel
Well, there's
me?
not. You can't really talk to people and fucking over here. We in cars. In New York, it's probably a little bit easier, right?
I mean, you could.
He's
go
just
out.
saying pull up still at the end of the day. Like, even if you're conversing with somebody
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
that's not a
internet,
problem.
still
Got no
pull up.
problem with
Like,
that.
Do you talk to chicks at a grocery store, or you just
Yeah.
let them shop?
No, I talk everywhere. I talk to
hey,
every
bitch, I ain't gonna let
talk
you
to
shop.
everyone.
I need to
I
talk to you real
every
quick.
fucking body in the world.
Right.
I'm out. I'm talking.
So okay, so you're
Some nice grapes, bitch.
you do both. So that's good. But that's
You
what I'm
wanna
saying.
feed
Like
them
you
to
will
me?
never get catfish if you out there in the field for real. Like if you were over there at home beating the meat all day and fucking doing some dumb shit, then yeah, you just sitting there.
seemed a
Get
little-
out. Get out. Have a life. Go meet some bitches. You feel me? Then you don't have to
Go to
worry about all
Publix.
that shit. Yeah.
Go get a pub sub.
Get a pub
That's where
sub.
the
Pub
bitches
sub.
are at, dog. Actually, Whole Foods, but you got.
No, I remember growing up here though. Like Walmart was the place to go. Like late nights.
Which Walmart? Kirkman?
What?
Huh?
Kirkman Walmart?
The one
Dog,
by
I ain't
Dr.
never
Phillips.
seen no. Anyways, let me stop.
Oh, that should be
Oh, the
terrible.
turkey
Packed.
legs.
Maybe by
Cuisine,
UCF, maybe.
What'd you just say?
Anywhere else.
He said the one on Sand Lake.
Oh, I'm saying
not
late
Sand
night.
Lake, but
Turkey Lake.
Turkey Lake.
I'm talking about. I'm like
nigga,
late
That's
night.
tourist bitches.
Late night when, nigga? Like how long ago? That shit's only been around for like 6 years, dog. You sound like you was talking about like when you was a young nigga.
Oh. No. I mean, like I don't know what area that.
Oh, you talking about
told you
John
that
Young
nigga
and
was a
Sand
hoe.
Lake? That one?
This nigga don't know.
I don't know.
He
It's
got
been a
bitches
while
at
ago.
Walmart.
It sounded
That's
good in
it.
his head.
Can't get bitches
It was a
from
while
Walmart.
ago. What are you talking about? I mean, I was young. I was like a teenager.
Nigga.
See, so it wasn't that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
It
was
was
different
one of
one.
those.
no. But have you been to that one late night though? That's why I actually thought he had some content with it.
It's
There's
an
some
international.
bitches in there, dog.
International
For
Walmart.
real.
All the
one
bitches
on
that be
Turkey
at
Yeah,
that
not the
staying in
Kirkland
Orlando.
Walmart. The Kirkland Walmart is fucking rache. But the fucking that one, that Turkey Lake one, they got some hoes.
I feel like the
there.
one over there by Apopka is like super ratchet.
Yo,
Well, yeah, because
Nigga, we talking about Walmart's on the fucking RawXchange,
Nigga,
my
Walmart's
nigga. Can we
is
get to the
ratchet.
fucking topic?
Period.
we talking about getting
Done.
catfish, dog.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to what I was saying because we let him finish his
If you ever
thought.
getting catfish,
God,
meet
Hey,
the
Bosh,
bitch at
you ever been
Walmart.
catfished?
I don't think I have, but I witnessed my brother getting catfish, and that was good
Yeah,
enough.
he actually put that in the group. He didn't seem happy
Yo.
about it.
I missed that
You
story.
sold him the fuck out.
So, okay.
So would we say catfishing when we throw an event and we meet people from the page and they look nothing like their page? Could that be catfishing?
That
Yep.
is
Oh,
catfish.
Oh, then
yeah.
we all been bad catfish, my nigga.
No, but it's
That's
in a
why we got
situation.
name
A
tags at the
catfish
live show.
situation is when you're actually trying to fuck with the bitch. None of us are trying to fuck with him.
Yeah.
So anyway, Posh, tell us about.
Make sure you bring your
brother.
name tags to the live show.
Oh shit! Or your filter.
I'm not doing this with you niggas today, bro. What the fuck?
Yo, boy. Son.
Oh fuck! Yo,
We need some milk.
Yo, wasn't Ian the one that said that they don't be looking the same in person?
Yo, them angles.
when he
they
pull
double
up, they don't be like what they look like.
Yo, Ian said they double in size when they get to the live show.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, you guys are wild.
Yo, what's the biggest for females? What's the biggest attribute that they use to catfish people?
Yo, let us hear her story real quick before
Titties.
we
You know
move
what I'm
on.
saying? This
Oh my
motherfucker
bad, you had a
just...
story?
Yo, you should have told him shut the fuck up.
Shut the
man.
fuck
Say it
up.
with your chest, little nigga.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
She had to stand on the chair and say it.
Yo, fuck you, nigga.
Hey,
Just talking to
you
me
know
like
what
that.
we need to do though? You know how they have those little signs, those little like Instagram signs that you have? We need that, but we need the filter version of it and be like, oh shit, that's you.
Yo,
Orange saran
who
wrap.
does digital? Yo, let's make the fucking the fire, the little fire one.
Yeah, I want to know like if they get nervous before they actually go to the van. Like, I wonder if they're gonna notice. Hell yeah, bitch.
Yo, they feel
Yo, we trying to be
jazzy.
lit, dog. Stop fucking up
Yo.
the content.
They
nigga.
feel jazzy as fuck.
As
when
soon
they
as you
come up
mention
in
your
there.
name, oh,
He recognized me.
Oh my
that was a
God.
surprise.
Hey, I like to say I apologize now if I don't recognize anybody. It's just a trait of mine.
All I know is, in his defense, it wasn't like 2018 or 2017. It was the era where we were still on, BlackBerry and BBM and all that shit.
Okay.
So he had, it wasn't like now you could FaceTime a bitch and be like,
Yeah.
nah, I want to see you right now type
Yeah.
shit. Like, it wasn't like that. So it was on Facebook, right? So he met a girl off Facebook, whatever. They were, Facebook friends, but they would really like interact more on Twitter. And then Twitter's not really a place, again, where you post pictures, anything like that. We're talking about Facebook, Twitter. There was no Instagram, none of that bullshit.
Got it.
So, he thought it was, she was pretty cool. It never got to the point where they were like setting up a date or anything like that, but it was just like, yo, this girl, she's mad pretty and she's mad cool. So we go out one night to Dragon Room and we're like fucked up at the end of the night, right? So I was like, yo, let's go to Juniors. Juniors used to be popping back in the day. We're like 2010, 2011. So the Juniors right there on Kirkman was always the spot. So we head out there, whatever. Girl hits him up and was like, yo, what are you doing? So he was like, oh, I went out to the club with my sister. We're over here getting food. So he was like, we're at Juniors. And she's like, oh, I live in the area. I can meet with you. So he's like, yeah, true. Come through, right?
Never seen her before though, right?
Never seen her before.
Oh,
But he
And
told
you're with
you.
him.
But why
Yes.
did he tell you
Not
that
even
she
like
was
a
pretty though?
profile ad or nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, based on the pictures that she was posting on
The
Facebook,
angles.
you know what I'm saying? The little bit of pictures that she did have, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't where you can just, you have to like do the work. You know what I'm saying? You have to go meet up with the person. You can't just, it's not like now you have all sorts of social media. So it's me, it's him, it's well, she's not my friend anymore, fuck her. But that girl was there that night. And then like some other dude. So she hits up Julio again. She's like, oh, I'm outside. So Julio's like, oh, I'm gonna go outside real quick. My homegirl's here, right? So I was like, all right, bet. So he goes outside and he's looking for her. And he's like, I don't see her, right?
Yikes.
Damn.
It was a
Yo.
nigga.
She's sitting
No.
right at the table.
So, nah, she was outside. So he finally, as he starts walking like more into the parking lot,
Yeah.
he realizes like, oh shit, that must be her. So I walk out on somebody, yo, the food's ready. So he's like he didn't want anybody to see
what
her.
it was, yeah.
So I walk up and he was like, this is my sister Carol. Carol, this is so and so. Yo,
Like your
I laughed so
Wow.
hard. Like I couldn't
In front of her?
help. Yes.
Oh shit.
I
You
couldn't
should know.
help it. So I was like,
But was she one of your followers too?
No, hell no.
Okay.
So I was trying
Hate
to
her
like
better,
leave.
nigga.
Like I was like, yo, the food's ready type shit. Like I'm gonna go inside before the food gets
It's gonna get cold.
cold. Like what the fuck? Who is that? Like,
Can you describe her?
Yeah, please.
yo.
I need to know like what
I don't
she
want to
looks
say it.
like.
I'll tell you guys later.
Like she had like crater face.
Come
or
on.
was she big or?
All right, what
She
did the,
was
She like precious big?
okay, what did the profile pic look like?
Okay, so we learned from this experience that
Yo, she took a
If
picture
all
with
they
That
the
shit was like
crack.
Britney Spears,
if
nigga.
all they post is face pictures, they
You
big
can't tell by
bitches.
their
Yeah.
face though.
And then on top of that, no.
some of them you can't,
Yo,
huh?
some girls got some pretty good angles. Like I'm
Nah,
not
but
gonna
you
lie,
gotta do
for
what
me,
Ian was talking about. You gotta make sure there's some neck there.
I mean,
That's the difference, dog. You gotta check. Like, I don't give a fuck how many angles there are. Like, there's gonna be a neck showing up.
that
And the hands.
depends. If
Yo,
you go
but
like
that's what I'm trying
this,
to
if
tell
it's
y'all.
like this, like it all depends.
The
but
number one attribute that women use for these pics is their hair. The hair does everything. Because they
Facts.
pull the hair up in front, they put it in front of everything, and you can't tell shit because the hair just done blocked every fucking
that,
thing.
or if you're laying down, don't ask me how I know. Then you could fake a neck. You know what I mean? Because everything's kind of going this way.
True.
So there's different ways.
Every time I
that you-
FaceTime
Yeah,
laying
and it's
down.
up here, so it's all. It's
I
all
look mad
titty.
skinny.
It's all
I
the
look
titty
mad
meat.
skinny. FaceTime me, I guarantee you I'm laying down. I could be fucking driving. I will not answer your call till I get home and lay down. Fuck out of here. But you know I'm fat though. I ain't gotta lie about
All
it.
I
love
know,
this shit.
yo, I
That's
felt
true,
so
though.
bad because he was so embarrassed because I couldn't stop laughing. But
But
then what
niggas
was,
be more open about being big than women do.
yeah, for real. I mean, because there's the stigma. I mean, I feel some type
if you
of
a
way
bad
when I
motherfucker,
start.
be a bad motherfucker.
Nah,
like,
fuck
Yo,
all of
there's
that.
see, that's how
bitches-
like the big
Yo,
guys.
it's
Like
all
that's what
about
we
the
had to
confidence,
do.
dog.
Ian, when you met me, nigga, what
Facts.
was I? A nerdy ass nigga that ain't known shit about? Well, I wouldn't say I didn't know shit about pussy, but I wasn't nowhere on your level.
Yeah.
And then hanging with this nigga, guess what? Man, I used to wear fucking T-Max to a Christian school where I was wearing khakis and a fucking burgundy shirt.
Burgundy shirt.
My nigga with the blue shits. Like I had no style at all, dog. Hanged out with this nigga and my other boy Eric. Changed my whole life up, dog. But at the end of the day, you gotta have that style to change who you are. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you a big dude, you a big motherfucker. Like
If you're a
Love
big
that shit and
dude,
keep
you
it
gotta
getting.
work harder at shit. Like
you gotta be
Nah,
funny.
I feel like you just gotta
double up
have
my haircuts like twice a week. You know, I make sure not to repeat the same shit over again, just because we gotta work a little harder.
Oh,
than
it's just
6'5"
confidence,
over
bro.
here.
Yo,
Just
And that's
confidence.
but that
man.
boosts the confidence. The confidence has to come. Now, trust me, I don't give a fuck. I'll talk to any bitch, no matter how big I am. She could be fucking J-Lo for all I care. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. Maybe women are just more in their emotional bag and they think they got to do extra shit. No, you're gonna see I'm fat. I'll take a full body picture today. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but is that coming from them or is that coming from your own thoughts?
What do you mean?
Like all that information you just spat.
Nah, I don't know. It just comes from
Because most of the time
I'm
we
trying to think of the term.
downplay ourselves a lot. You feel me?
As a man,
I'm
yeah, I
not
can
I'm
see
not
that.
I'm not overweight, but there's a lot of things like
yeah, man, we tippy toe around shit to see how it goes. I mean, that's automatic.
It's-
but I think
it's
so
all
does
about the
women. I mean,
confidence and
they just tippy
boosting,
toe
like
with their
boosters.
pictures.
Like, when can't you tell a nigga shit? Right when he got a fresh haircut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck it, might as well get 2 haircuts a week.
can't tell me
Not
shit,
tell me shit
period.
ever.
Whatever, bro. All I know is that was a pretty great fucking night, only because I got to laugh in that girl's face. I was like, my nigga, like, what are you doing? And like, I don't know. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yo, listen, I'll never get catfish because
Because you love FaceTime too much.
You know,
Yeah.
if I
I'll
ever,
run
yeah,
down.
that too.
I'll run down. You feel me?
But if I ever was in a situation where I thought I was getting catfish, my situation would have been
I
like,
would have left.
like I would have known they were going out. Let's just use the club for instance. So like they would have been like, yo, I'm gonna be at downtown with my girls. Like be with your girls, because if shit ain't rocking for me, I don't want you to be like I left your ass solo dolo. So
you would leave a girl if she was ugly?
I'm saying I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up as such.
Yes.
I'm setting it up just in case.
For real?
Yo, if first of all right, facts, right? if you're telling me you're X and I pull up and you're Y, you already done started lying to me. So why the fuck I want to be in a relationship?
I can't believe you.
Yeah, like now I gotta trust you. Get the fuck up out of here, dog. Like,
Nah,
nah.
like, I
Hey,
had-
Harold, let's go hit this other club.
But you know what? I'll tell you, I had a more recent catfish situation where I think I spoke about it. You know but the thing, it was co-signed by a friend. That's what fucked it up. Like my friend could have put me on a little bit.
Oh, that ain't your
So
friend.
me and my friend are friends on Facebook.
Was that the one you took to Better Than Sex?
No, fam, that was definitely not a
Oh,
catfish.
Damn.
No, you said a friend of a friend, so I just assumed
No,
it was a
no.
friend, not a catfish.
Next.
But
No.
anyway.
Better Than Sex was definitely not a catfish though. What can I say? Things have changed.
Nor date.
Anyway,
Things
Ooh.
have changed. Yeah, you want to elaborate?
nope. So anyway, fuck man. So anyway, my fucking friend ends up saying, I'm having a conversation with the girl while I'm at work on the messenger. And I'm like, yo, your homegirl hit me up. And she's all in her like fucking flirty shit. And you know, she looks good as fuck. And I showed her the picture. She's like, oh yeah. Yeah, she's nice. I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, I'm taking that as the nice as the cosign. She's not telling me, nah, bro, you better chill out. And she's like, you saw a whole picture of her? I'm like, yeah, she got this picture. Dog, her ass was looking fat, and then her face was all cleared up and shit. She was looking good in the picture.
Right.
So I go pick her up, and I have my Murano then. And that was when I had my classic little take them to my Altamont dinner spot and then take them to the beach. So anyway, she
took the
gets in
whale
the
to the
car.
water.
Or she gets to the car and
Free Willy.
now it wasn't a Free Willy situation. It was just a bad body situation. She kind of like squared up the whole way, like her head was
SpongeBob?
square, her body was square, her hips were square. She was just like a fucking square. She
I
looked like
know
something from
her.
Minecraft. You don't know her. She looked like something from Minecraft. You fucking ass. Let me complete my. So anyway,
was-
I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, damn,
should
we're
give
about
her a
to go
nickname
eat.
called Boxy Brown.
I actually went and stopped at the gas station. I'm like, yo, I got some dope plan for us. Let me get us some snacks. Because I wasn't going to be mean. So instead of taking her fucking restaurant, I got
better.
snacks. And I'm like, let's go to the
Oh, you
beach.
ain't even go to the restaurant.
No,
That
No.
makes it swerve.
So at this point, I was like, you know what?
I at least get my dick sucked.
Shit, let me go fuck, right? So I took her instead, I just passed by the restaurant. I saw the restaurant on the side of I-4 as I was driving by it.
Nigga on
the
the
square
app,
bitch?
cancel reservation.
on my way to Daytona, right? And I'm like, all right, fuck her on the beach. It's cool. So we get there and shit like that. And, you know, I'm having a conversation with her, but I'm like, damn, you ugly bitch.
You was gonna fuck a square bitch?
You
She was
dirty
filtered out. Yo,
bitch.
nigga, I wanted some pussy that night. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a real life situation.
Word.
I know you don't understand,
see.
but it was a situation. So I get her. I lay out the fucking
It's my
the
dick in a
blanket on the
box.
fucking thing, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't even hear what you said because my headphones aren't connected. But fuck you.
Which you need to fix, by the way.
So, you know, just going into the whole situation, I said, you know, let me get some pussy. So anyway, I start rubbing on her pussy and shit.
The box.
Then she started kissing me, dog. She was like a level 2 kisser, dog.
Square
like she
ass
was
tongue
fucking
and shit.
licking like a puppy, dog. I'm like, what the fuck,
Oh,
bro?
it was
what
that
you
one.
did that one, the puppy licking bitch.
The puppy licking
Yo,
bitch?
she fucking kissed like she
Is
was
she
a
in your
puppy.
phone as puppy?
Huh?
Did
She's
your
not in my
dick even
phone
make
at
it to
all.
phase
I
2?
actually changed my number because of
Shit,
her.
nigga.
My last number change was so she would never contact me again. Get the fuck out of here.
Her name is
Yo,
Roblox.
that's always the worst though. When like girls don't know how to kiss.
Nah, but so check this shit out. But then she made everything mad awkward because she only had been with one dude prior, like sexually. So I'm playing with her pussy, and she said something about what's the real term for coming?
Ejaculate?
Oh yeah, I'm about to ejaculate.
Nah.
Swear to God, dog. And I'm like, oh. I'm out. Come on, let's go. Shit, I gotta work in the morning. You don't work on the weekends. I work this
didn't even
weekend.
need your
Gotta
nut.
go.
She's about to ejaculate.
Yeah, she was one, and then I never.
Bruh, I would have
told her
felt
again. But
so-
check
yo,
this out.
bruh, don't
So then-
Ejaculate sounds so
Right. I use this
masculine.
finger.
Oh, about to say, I feel so ashamed right now.
So anyway,
don't do that again.
So anyway, there was a girl that I later
Nigga
on
thought your
started talking to.
125 bitches fucked. What's the whole premium?
Yeah, dog, I feel.
He dodged 75.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Anyway,
Just beat off.
guys are fucking idiots.
Oh, now he can beat off.
now
I'm
I'm
out the house or beating his dick.
No,
Which one, my
like,
nigga?
I'm in there. And-
Just you feel me?
So anyway, she goes through the whole situation, and then I start talking to another girl who actually ends up knowing her. So they all go out in a group function, And she's like, oh, don't talk to that guy. He's a player. He never called me back. But I had already told the girl the story about it. And she's like, so she said her and the other girl were laughing at her and shit. So they actually got to hang out with Puppy Liquor for the night and just make like side jokes about her.
Puppy Liquor.
Yeah, Puppy
They're
Liquor.
talking to each other. Like,
Puppy. Puppy.
I wish I was on the other side of the phone when he realized
Puppy.
he's going out on a date with
I
Puppy
told you
Liquor.
about that shit. Like
I know you
next
did. I
day.
forgot though, bro.
All right, go MJ.
It's the worst.
You got catfish before?
Yeah, I got catfish. It was way back in the day though, like 2006. It was MySpace days.
Oh.
So
Right out of high school.
From
nigga.
my
yeah,
space
right
to
out,
my
right out of high
place.
school. So it was this chick I should have known too in Kentucky.
It's in
You was looking
Kentucky.
for one of them KKK bitches?
Yeah, she was like this mixed chick. I mean, she was cute or whatever. So we were talking on the phone and whatnot, maybe for a good like 7 months. And she was like, yo, I'm gonna come down to Florida. Then she came down to Orlando. And I was like, yo, let's meet up. I'm gonna be here. She never came. So she came up with some sort of excuse. Typical catfish shit, like the shit you see on MTV. And it happened like twice because she went to Orlando and then she went to Tampa, I think. Same shit happened. So I was like, yo, why don't we, I think this is when smartphones like just started coming out. So I was like, yo, we should video chat or like send me a video.
That nigga was looking for the news videos.
Bro, I was looking for something. And she sent me a video and her face wasn't in it at all. So it was like
I'm washing the dishes.
She recorded her doing some shit like with her dog, like playing with the dog or whatever.
Yeah.
And then never showed me any part of her face. And after that point, I was like, yo, this is the dope.
Oh, I was gonna say because if it's a nude, I can understand why some girls do that. Only because
Yeah.
back in the day,
No, she
you know,
just
to
doing some
expose
regular
this
shit.
and yeah.
And she didn't show herself at all. And I was like, yo, nah, I'm good.
Y'all hate when a bitch sends a nude now without showing her face. Like,
Nah,
what's
she
that
could,
whole
Nah,
Like you
that's
hopped in
not-
the DM because of her face,
That's
right?
blackmail worthy, bro.
huh?
I understand that.
I don't know. It's something I don't want to see
It's
ugly
not
bitches
that.
nude in the first place. So
I don't
put your
know.
whole face in there. Let me
When
see
I
it
look
work.
at when I'm taking a picture first, I'm not really good at angles per se. So like my signature nude poses don't have my face in it, nigga. How long you
What are
think
your
my arm
signature
is?
nude poses, Posh?
I have a couple, but I look at it like, yo, I'm a short person.
But you be doing
right?
videos too,
I
though, or just
have-
pictures?
No, there's definitely video.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't see that. Anyways, shit, she dropping Facebook group, nigga.
But no, like I look at it like, nigga, like how the fuck am I supposed to take a sexy ass nude and include my face in it, nigga? Like you get
Posh got
tits
a
and ass.
selfie
What the
stick.
fuck?
You need to hold
but
a
if you
class
take
in the
it, like, you
Facebook
try to do
group.
full body every time. You just don't do tits and then like break it into segments.
Of course, but even still, like what the hell does my face got to do with it? Look at my titties. Be happy.
That's cool, but
Nah,
I like looking at the face
I
and-
like looking at faces. Fuck that.
I'm sure you do like looking at
You
faces.
feel me? I like looking at faces. So, I mean,
I don't know.
It's
I've never gotten a complaint in my
men are-
life for
men are
not
visual.
having my face on a nude. So my
I've
bad.
complained about a nude before.
Nice pussy, but where's your face?
Like, I hate
What?
when they send the pussy just the pussy. No, put a little spread to that bitch. Let me see some of that pink. I start dictating it like I'm fucking Lex and shit.
Have you
All
ever-
right,
have you ever
angle
got a
it over
pussy-
to the left a little bit?
Have you ever got a
Spread that
pussy
bitch.
pic sent to you,
Huh?
and it just like, she just lost out on some dick now. That's
Yeah,
what's
it
so
usually
crazy.
happens. It usually happens when the big girls send a pussy, because that shit goes from being a pussy in the panties
I gotta go. I gotta
to
go.
being like a tunnel. Like when you look at it,
What?
when you look at the
Cavernous,
big
like,
girl, when you
dark,
look at the
like,
big girl
area
pussy,
with, like,
dog,
pussy.
on the fucking
Dark
on the
area,
thing,
pussy.
It's like a big dark area. Like I don't got enough
on the
dick for
side
that.
of their legs.
Like the chafing
Huh?
area.
Yeah, like
what?
it's dark. It's like the bruise.
Oh my God,
the
dog.
black and blue. And then it's like a
bitches you be
yo, you
fucking.
think you fucking with? You think you're going in the
Yo,
subway,
honey, I
dog?
shrunk the
Like,
kids.
you know
You
when you
walking
get
up
to
the
the
bitch's
thing?
leg like, whoa, why is it dark in this bitch? It's
Yo,
about
you
to
know
rain.
when you get on the subway and you like light, and then all of a sudden you start going choo choo, and it's mad dark. That's kind of how it look. And then you be like, man, how the fuck? I gotta put my foot in that bitch.
So
Gotta put a whole
I've-
foot. Fuck, I have a dick. Gotta put the foot in that bitch to make
is
it
the
come.
meat dying around that section? Or
It
something?
does.
Bumba clots.
It looks.
Yo.
You go down to eat some
Yo,
pussy
it looks like some fucking 2 weeks.
Yo, is your pussy dying?
Yo, it looks
You
like
need to water it.
It looks like
The bitch
2
pussy
week
got
old steak.
gangrene.
Yo, you know when you boil meat? That's kind of how it looks. It looks like boiled meat in
This
there.
episode
but with the
sponsored by
black
Arby's.
bruise. And not for nothing, you know. If
my God, bro.
somebody gotta love it. But
And
I'm
it
a big
won't be
nigga. I can't
me.
fuck you. Like, what are we gonna do? Like wrestle? So that's kind of.
I don't know, man.
I haven't been catfished, but I will say I don't know if this is a thing, but like dick fished.
Someone send you somebody else's dick.
Yes.
Damn, dog.
Damn, that's
That's wild.
That was really fucking wild. And how disappointed was I?
Probably very.
But what did he get? Did he fuck?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
You stopped once he showed you what it really was?
Nigga, like, where's the rest of it?
So he got to the house.
Oh, you saw it in
You
person.
was ready to get it, and then
That's
he
what
dropped
I'm
his
saying.
pants, and
There's
you
been
said, hell
dick
no.
fish because I'm like,
Did you
talking
at
to
least let him suck
somebody-
your pussy before you left as a consolatory prize?
Of
Or a consolation
course.
Yeah, you know
prize?
that
She said,
happened.
of course.
That's what he started doing. Then he wanted to put his dick
So
in.
how did you get out of that situation though? If you let him eat your shit, you couldn't have been like,
So
yo,
did you,
I'm on my
like-
period.
So did you like reach for
First
it and
of
then you
all-
just
He
didn't
probably kept
find
it
it?
100 and said, nah, nigga.
You know how like girls go to reach for it to like bring you up and shit like that? You know, like, did you go to
He's
reach
like,
for
my
it?
arm
and shit?
ain't long enough, nigga. Like, come back.
First of all, just so that you know, getting
Hey, you
head
should've just let him
doesn't
put it in your
equal
butt.
you're going to fuck.
You said
So
what?
I said getting head doesn't equal we're going to fuck. Let's just put it out there. Like
The
I
only
have
time
gotten
that I
head plenty
ever
of
sucked
times.
pussy without fucking is if that person necessarily needed a condom. Like they wanted the condom involved.
And you didn't have any.
And I didn't have one. I'm not going to no bitch's house to suck a pussy and not fuck.
Hold on.
That's
Whoa.
That's your-
Whoa.
What?
Lick.
Whoa.
We have
lick,
niggas
lick.
in-
Wait.
Oh, boy.
Lickety lick lick.
Nigga, did you just say that you licked the pussy because you didn't have a condom?
No, I said that I started sucking on the pussy.
Lick.
And then when I went to go fuck and realized I didn't have a condom and still wanted to fuck, she wasn't about that.
So it was
Okay.
game over. So
it was
wasn't-
game over.
It wasn't
Okay.
premeditated.
Why do you think she
Nigga,
did
he
it?
was trying to get her hot and wild so
okay.
he could fuck. She
My
wasn't
nigga,
about
I
fucking
understand
without a
that.
condom.
But why? What was her reason why she didn't want to fuck without a
Nigga,
condom?
AIDS?
Nigga, what the fuck?
So she let you eat her pussy?
Oh my God.
But she's worried
You
about
just
my
swallowed
AIDS,
the
not
whole
her
AIDS.
Exactly, nigga. Where the fuck are you, dog?
She's
Yo.
worried about my AIDS going inside of her or getting her fucking pregnant.
So you couldn't have like bit your lip or anything later while you were
or it
down.
could have been a pregnancy. Bitches don't want or
Yo, listen, if I'm eating pussy, I'm going in raw. What you talking about?
Thanks.
and
man.
what if she says no?
That's rape.
Yo.
They never say no.
Anyway, moral of the story was he couldn't fuck. I told him to get out, and that was that. The end.
How'd you tell him though? Like, how do you get out of that situation?
That's easy.
You just gotta
You just
tell
tell
him.
him like,
have
no,
to
I'm
tell
not
him
fucking
the
you
Get
truth.
the
today.
fuck out of my house.
I
Oh,
would
your
pull
dick's
up
small?
the evidence. Listen,
Nah,
on this
we
state,
Gucci.
Save
at
that.
this
No,
time,
I don't want to
you
see
know,
that.
no, I'm not
Just-
going to do it now. But what I'm saying is, that's what you do. You see this?
Where's that at?
Where is that?
Oh shit.
And that's
What
what
did
you
he
did?
say though? What did he
Yes.
say?
Oh,
And what'd he say?
shit.
He was embarrassed.
Of course he was embarrassed.
Then you don't have to kick him out. They leave on their own. You see how that shit
Okay,
works?
but was
Yeah,
it far
that's-
off though? Was like, did he send you 10 and he had 8, or was it like he sent you 10 and had 3?
He hit her
was-
with the angles.
It was.
Dick angles.
It was considerably smaller. And it wasn't as pretty as in person. Like, put
What's
some
small?
coconut
No
oil
dick
on
filter.
it.
What's small?
R.I.P. Shorty.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyone else got some catfish stories?
Bubba Gump. That's his name in her phone.
All right, so we definitely want to go ahead and send some final shout outs to Novelty. Once again, thanks for having us.
One time.
Photos by Lex, Lemmy. Got that shit going. Got a live show next week, so make sure you
come.
Be
here.
there. Get your tickets.
Raw
Get your
Feud.
tickets, Raw Feud. Get your t-shirts, RawXchange.net. What else we got going on?
It looks like you rubbing on MJ's
Ooh,
leg from
we got
over here,
some-
but I'm just saying.
Pause.
It did. It did, though.
Thanks, Lex.
I'm like, what are you
Thanks.
doing?
I was
Well,
rubbing
then.
on my own leg.
All right.
Oh, Ian, what are you thinking about right now, my nigga?
I don't know, because I was like,
Lord.
what's going on over
Thanks.
there?
Anyway, I was rubbing on my leg. It itched. What the
Yo,
fuck?
real quick, so people don't forget, put comments and shit on iTunes or Google Play. Like, that
Please.
shit really helps.
Refuse
Yeah,
help.
make sure to tell your friends to fucking subscribe. If you laughing, why? I gotta have my hands up and shit.
Sure you laughing.
Let them motherfuckers laugh too. They want to know why the fuck you laughing at work. Go ahead and let them know what the fuck you laughing about. Don't be shy. I know people who say, "Oh, I can't let anyone know what I'm listening to." No, bitch, let them know.
For everyone
Let them know
else.
so they can listen. Then let them judge us,
real.
not you. All right, so
For everyone else, we'll see y'all soon.
Shout outs.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
it.
to Ireland one time. I see y'all growing. I'm coming soon. I promise.
Shout out to the
That sounded
RawXchange
so
group.
weird.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for showing all the love.
Peace.
Word.
Peace.
Welcome to the RawXchange, where we say what the fuck we feel.
My